I don't know if I'm gonna have to refresh it on live.
Nah, there was no input change, so once he goes live, it should pop back up.
Okay. Oh yeah. That
Well,
is
it's
indeed.
also just appearing on the stream now. Great.
Nope.
Get out of here. Go bye-bye. Never again.
Nope. Failed.
Oh no, I can't host again. What the heck?
If you're on his, you won't be able to do it. Like once he
You have to,
starts and
refresh.
How the fuck do I host?
once
Again,
Twitch
sorry
realizes
about that.
that he's live, it'll auto-host if you set that up. Otherwise,
I haven't hosted or anything, so.
You don't have
Before.
to.
Alright,
so
so-
that's fixed.
No, I just forgot how it exists. I don't use Twitch much, so.
sorry
Sorry
for
about
everyone who does got cut off from the stream. If y'all were watching it,
4
there
people.
was this-
I'm assuming it's us 4.
probably.
Probably.
Okay.
It's more the recording that's going to be annoying, but whatever.
Fuck, that is gonna be rip.
That's never gonna happen again because now it's my computer screen. So now you get to see my mouse.
Nice.
Alright, but the sealed.
Oh, fun fact. Well, like Golden just like sticks her tongue out like to shush. High Voltage, who's still doing his ha ha ha, and it's like a snake's tongue. It goes out suspiciously long and very much metallic too.
Is it forked?
But, yeah, it is also forked.
I'm
She's
sorry.
not even opened her mouth yet. Like, she doesn't talk with her mouth open.
I'm just imagining your tongue as like one of those Ethernet cables, like
Yeah,
sticking out of
okay.
your mouth.
You know what? I like that better. That is exactly what her tongue is. She hasn't even opened her mouth because she doesn't actually use her mouth to talk.
Anyway, back to the SHIELD agent who is being berated by robot laughter.
Ha 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 ha.
He informs you
Oh,
that
given up.
there's currently 2 other sealed agents who are at the going to the convention when it opens up.
Golden's gone to High Voltage and just smacks him over the head, and he finally.
Yeah, the convention is from what you're just told, the convention is planned to be opened up around 10. The SHIELD agents will have early access to do investigation about the incident. But you're told that you should be able to meet up with them in the food court location on the 2nd floor.
Okay, anything that would, other than like a SHIELD badge, would identify them? Like, are they going to be wearing armor? Or are they just going to be stealth? What are they?
They're going to be
Names?
they're going to be wearing a specific uniform and also wearing their badges.
Okay, so I should be able to walk up to them and say who I am and they know I'm coming?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, thank you very much, operator. Also, one quick note. I have a high suspicion that today that building might get completely shut down. Just have something on standby to potentially break it if needed.
Have you mentioned the society and how they're also like ready to
I'm
break
assuming
in?
that he can hear everything you say.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She's like.
Yeah, he can hear most of what you're saying, but now he's having a little bit of difficulty due to Silver's laughter.
She
He's
went
having a little
over and smacked High Voltage over the head to shut him up. The society is also, as far as I am aware, Dr. M.O. Taro has informed the society to also be ready to break and do anything necessary to keep the peace and keep the people with power
I think
safe.
they would know that she's involved because I'm calling from her office phone, which is exactly why I wanted to use this phone.
No. I'm saying that they, Moto has gone and or at least is supposed to have gone and talked to the society to be ready.
Excellent. Okay. Anyway, goodbye, SHIELD agent. Thanks very much for your help. I will see your men at the food court. And then I hang up the phone. I look over
First
at
name
the
SHIELD,
robots.
second name Agent.
Yes. I mean, we could go like Maria Hill, but I doubt she would be the one picking up the phone. Anyway, click.
She's when he turns to look at them, she's like fixing her Ethernet tongue and like stuffing it back in her mouth.
Long story short, maybe change this phone number. Anyway,
Maybe.
we should probably get something to eat. Is there any local diners nearby, preferably with eggs and corn?
Moto will kill me if I allow that to happen a second time.
Oh, come on. She's got all this money for weapons. She can spend a little on food.
There is a fridge in the break room.
She gives under
Most of the stuff in there is
her other
gasoline.
breastplate. She pulls out another phone and just opens Moto's phone number. Here, you may call her and ask yourself. She just leaves the room, and she's now texting Moto to be like, "Hey, want me to bring brother with me? I don't like." He's like, "Do I bring brother to the convention?" She also just sends a quick text.
I walk over to the lion and I kind of hand the phone to the lion.
Laura starts munching on.
Yeah, she treats it as a chew toy.
Awesome.
Nom,
And then I start
munch.
getting what little things I have together and looking in the fridge, see if there's any food or if it's just death stuff.
There is food in.
Yeah, there's a few.
In fact, the Moto does need food.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a
Looking
few
for
old
something with a name on it.
There's a few old sandwiches that are kind of just saran wrap, but they look like they may have been in there a little too long. There's a bowl of salad that's labeled for. Crap, I forgot her full name already.
Emotaro.
Yeah, that has Emotaro, like Dr. Emotaro's name on it.
Yeah.
Like the doctor is even written on there.
Any other packed
Yes.
lunches with names on them?
Most of them are just the sandwiches.
Wait, no, wait. When he looks by the fridge, he sees a bird.
A what?
A bird feeder for the parrots, even though they can't eat birds.
It's an empty bird feeder. It's just-
No, it
it's just-
has bird seeds in it.
Oh,
It's just obviously never been used.
But anyway,
Mo-
there is
Be a
one
genius,
paper bag
but
kind
not
of
a
stuff towards
genius.
the back of the fridge.
does it look somewhat
Moto
fresh?
might not
like
be
there's
a
someone's
genius,
name on
but
it?
she-
This is someone's lunch?
It looks like it might be someone's lunch. There's no name on it, but a lot of the stuff in there, besides what is very obviously Mrs. Moto's lunches and breakfasts,
That's Dr. Moto to you.
Dr. Moto.
Yeah. Jeez.
I'm gonna grab a
Quasimoto.
piece of paper, write a note saying, "Took your salad, thanks for the lunch." Right, and then say, "Watson." And take the salad, I'm gonna put it in the freezer. And then I'm gonna take the paper bag and walk away.
High voltage just blinks at him to fix the mess he just made.
Oh no, I stopped the robot, like, trust me. She needs this.
High voltage just glares and pushes his head aside.
I will
And
do a
goes-
fighting check to prevent him from getting past me.
I'm just gonna say this, considering he is literally
I'm
made.
not good. Even with a monstrous, that's still a white.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, considering this is also a war machine, like, you'd have to succeed well. Like, I was gonna say you'd have to get yellow.
War Machine not currently in battle mode.
War machine that is ready to take you down if you mess with its master's lunch.
How strong are you?
Oh, this is a different. It's one of the side characters, and
That
yeah,
would be that's high voltage, the brother of.
high voltage literally just picks you up and sets you aside to get to the refrigerator.
I warned you.
Like, just fully picks you up without any hesitation.
I look at him. I warned you.
I at least will get praise for attempting. You and Golden can deal with Moto's wrath.
I was more worried about having to get to us later on with some motivation. But anyway, let's go. And I start heading out. I pick the paper. What's in the bag? What's in the paper bag?
Wait, no, he blinks and he goes, "What a brilliant idea." He starts laughing, like, ha, 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 and closes the freezer and just goes with it.
So in the paper bag is, well, another saran wrapped sandwich, but this one looks like it's the least fresh, along with a little, what's it called, Jello cup.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it. This is great. This is exactly what I need. Does the Jello cup look
No.
like it's been opened before?
Nah, it's a unopened Jello cup. It's a. Let's see. What?
Roll for Jello flavor.
I was gonna say, are you rolling for Jello flavor?
Maybe.
This is the best.
I
thing.
might have a chart for that.
You have a chart for it.
But it is lime flavored Jello.
Awesome.
The Jello in this place is like that one machine in the SCP Foundation that will dispense literally a random liquid. Like it could be anything. It could be coffee. It could be antimatter.
Awesome. Anyway, continuing to eat this lovely Jello
So-
sandwich, taking it, and I'm gonna
You're-
take the trash,
It-
kind of
it-
throw it in a corner.
It is a
near the
tuna
fridge.
sandwich.
Delicious.
So, quick question: Has Moto responded to my text message about if I'm supposed to drag brother?
Oh, one second. No, C has not.
Moto is generally very well. She must be meeting or making more creations that may or may not blow up in her.
Just so blunt about it.
Yep, that's what they blow up at the enemy this
Be
time.
a genius,
And I
but
just start
Dr. Moto
heading
is
out.
not a genius.
Alright. Yeah, but the convention was meant to start at 10, and y'all have been sitting there for a good 30 minutes after 8, so.
Oh, so it's
I'm gonna start
literally-
heading towards the convention. The convention.
She
By the way, Danny.
Golden just like bars the door closed. Like, I will not till I have confirmation if we are bringing the third one from Dr.
I think the third one is our tactical backup. We don't want to put all of our eggs in one basket, do we?
All our eggs in one basket would be assuming we are sending all of the special ops force from the society.
Yes, but we want to keep our superpowered robot fighting force to at least one backup member, should they have some sort of EMP device.
You are aware
Reasoning.
this whole building is filled with numerous war machine robots. Just because only 2 of us are. This is a brilliant idea. I love it.
That's how tabletop games work. Rolls. Amazing. If you really want to know, with a monstrous, that is yellow.
That is, and she's like, literally, like, just like, bye, and like, when she's mid her sentence, never mind, that is brilliant, I love it, we are going, your
It took her a moment to process the information.
Yeah, no, she's like going through, like, we have dozens of, that is brilliant, we will go with your idea, fuck my plans.
Reason!
Just fuck my plans. Oh,
I mean, you could
gold-
try to roll for a counterfeat, but
No, fuck no.
Are you like?
That's not
I
even-
don't actually think I understand what's happening. Are you like? Is there a persuasion skill? Because I don't see one on the sheet.
so
Reason.
basically you
It's,
use reasoning. So what happens is, like, if you're trying to reason with another party member, you roll a reasoning and they roll a reasoning. Whoever has a higher color feat basically wins a either persuades or wins argument, basically that kind of stuff.
Looking at this, to
So
tie
for
me,
roleplay
you
purpose,
would
it is
need an
not
81.
combating it for fun. Plus, I don't think I'm gonna get a red anyway, so like, there's no point in trying. I would just
Like,
care.
if you got it, yeah, if you got a yellow but it was a higher number, it would work, but still.
Yeah, but it's also just more fun to go with it.
Just all of a sudden change his mind. All right, so
This is brilliant. Fuck my plan. Oh, by the way, new party member, he actually curses like a sailor.
And you're back to the
She's a
walking
highly
to
smart-
convention. Segue to Danny.
yeah, Danny was sitting at the convention parking lot for a good 4 hours because he decided to catch a cab really early and not listen to the news.
Well, no, you said on the TV they didn't say it.
Well, yeah, they didn't say when he was still there, but he was kind of groggy and decided to leave. Like, get ready and leave.
He's very smart.
Oh, I was gonna say, can we go back and did Mom want to say anything? I think we kind of like glossed over. I don't know if she wanted to say something or what, but I think
He was mostly just telling you to be careful because of the fact that there are more people with powers, especially after what happened the day before with the convention.
AKA,
and that you and the household is in close enough proximity to the to Boston, where the convention is being held, that it could cause issues if they're, she's just trying to be a good mom without seeming bigotry.
If the government decides nukes are necessary, it's not going to
Yeah. Well, I would just let Mom know. It's like, oh, don't worry about it. We're just going to the mall or whatever. I'm going to stop over by Simon's house and, yeah, I'll catch you later, Mom. And he'll take off.
I'm not sure if you're using your new job as your, but
we'll probably have to figure that out. She'll probably want to see a paycheck. So there's no job until there's a paycheck.
I did say before we ended the last part of the last time we were talking about your mother that he was warning you because of your new job. Because he.
Oh yeah.
She knows about
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and. Is there anything you want to do for 4 hours sitting in a parking lot to a convention that's not open yet?
Well, then I guess I'll just go back to the mall and hang out with Simon. Then, like, once I figure out that the convention is closed, I'll go back to the mall and hang out with Simon.
Actually goes to mall.
Yeah.
Lies about going to mall. Goes to mall.
No, this is parking.
You're just going somewhere after the mall that I didn't mention.
Yeah.
All right, and for Lewis. Or Louis.
It's Louis.
I love it.
My only experience with like the name Louis is from a French perspective, so I thought it was Louis.
Oh, yeah, I'm used to it being Lewis, or...
I thought Lewis was Lewis.
In American, it's both, unfortunately. My middle name is Lewis. I really spelled it Louis for the longest time, thinking that was the correct spelling.
Yeah, Americans have weird spelling.
Yeah, okay.
It's Louis, correct?
Yeah, I was thinking that my character might be from Central America, which means a lot of French. Well, not literally from, but like tradition, like
Creole.
What would it be? Huh?
Creole.
Well, I'm thinking like Belize or any of those other Central American countries that were split up between the British and the French, while South America was being colonized by the Spanish. Like while the sort of land colonies that became involved in the whole Caribbean debacle. And sorry, this is a lot of history information that's only relevant if we decide to time travel. So it's not important.
Yeah, remember how last week I was asking literally the status of every major superhero and every basically ancient being?
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so...
Like, none of it's ever going to come into play.
You weren't able to attend the convention yesterday because you were the only other person that was at the... Oh, my brain just went stupid for a moment.
Only for a moment.
Yeah. You were the only one who was able to work yesterday. So unfortunately, you weren't able to go.
I got up too late in the day, and so my chores went long enough that when I went to the convention center, there was a police barricade between me and the building, and I was like, what's going on? So today, I think that Louis would have gotten up very early and gotten his work done very quickly in the hopes that by the time he gets there, the place hasn't exploded.
Doesn't explode. Great grammar.
Figuratively or literally.
So if we're opening where the last one left off, I'd probably already be done, like, my work for the morning.
Yeah, so this is around about 8:30, 9ish.
Oh, if we're still at 8:30. I got up at probably around like 5, 6. I would have gone out, put on like a news radio station on headphones and cleaned up the whole gym and gotten it ready for the morning. Obviously, there are some early birds and stuff, but like the main prep happens around like 5 and 6 to get the place ready. And then once I'd finished that stuff up, I've probably already asked I've probably already asked Marco if it's cool for me to leave a bit early. So I would. I don't own a car. My character takes the bus or a bicycle. So depending on how far the place is, that'd be how I get there. I'm just thinking in terms of like.
Are you in Boston, or are you like in one of the small towns?
I'm in Boston. My family does not live in town. They live
okay, yeah. You can probably take like the subway.
Huh?
Is the gym that you're working at in town?
Yes, it is.
Then you could probably,
Hey.
depending on what subway walk, or you take the subway.
Yeah.
Well, I've got if I'm going on foot, I take the bicycle just because it's a bit faster.
What is the day? Is it like Saturday in game or?
It is Saturday. Oh no,
Okay.
Sunday now.
Okay, Sunday.
Oh no.
I think because Friday's usually the first day.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Friday. It's Saturday now. I got my days mixed up. I'm sorry. I do that sometimes. But yes, it is a Saturday now. All right, so you're heading over to the convention. It's not that far of a trip. You could take a bike. It'd probably be a little bit easier on you to go ahead and take a bus, though.
Oh, no, buses when a major convention's in town.
Well, I'm saying it's easier for him to take a bus.
I mean, I don't know what the public transportation is like in Boston. I would assume it can handle a bit of influx because this convention may be major, but like it's sort of restricted to people with superhuman abilities, so it can't exactly be flooding the streets.
Yeah, but have you ever been to Boston during a convention? I was there for the International Seafood Convention. And that
I've never
was
been to.
shut
I've
down.
never been to any state except for Minneapolis.
You poor fool.
Well, Minnesota, not Minneapolis. That's the city.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. So what I understand from Boston, like the public transport is going to go pretty bad on a Saturday. Not to mention plus the convention of superpowered beings.
All right, then I'll just take the bicycle. I assume not that many people walk or cycle compared to like driving. Or I guess it's a major city, so there'd be a lot of foot traffic. But I feel like he can work his way around it.
Yeah, I think you'd be safer biking anyway. I think Boston is more bike friendly.
My character has amazing endurance, so he's probably not exactly going to be winded by a brief ride on a bicycle.
Yeah, it's a little bit further on a bike. Well, not further. It takes a little bit longer. It's about an hour's bike ride from where you're at.
Yeah, but I got the time.
Yeah,
and
you got plenty of time to be able to get there. You woke up early enough and got your chores done. All right, so you get there around what time are you planning on trying to leave at?
I imagine that if I've got to set the place up, that's going to take like 3 hours. So if I got up at like 5, then I'd be leaving around 8.
All right, so you'll be getting there around 9 o'clock. So you have about an hour to spare. There's a few people in the parking lot at this point. Most of them are either waiting in their vehicles or just kind of chatting about waiting for the convention, like the convention to officially open up.
Question: what time would have I gotten?
You and Golden, depending on if you take public transport or not, will probably get there in about, I would probably say, an hour in public transport.
So assuming we're leaving at 8:30, probably around 9:30.
Yeah.
Also, what form are you in, Matthew?
Oh, I don't have forms. I don't change shapes magically or anything. I'm in. So the convention is for superpowered people, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Regular public is also allowed to enter.
Regular public is allowed to enter, but news and such are not allowed to bring cameras in.
Are you in full costume or are you in normal civilian clothes?
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. I think that I'd probably, because I'm scoping the place out, and it's normal people and press, or just press that's allowed that aren't metahumans.
Normal people, press, and metahumans.
All right, then I think that at least like starting out, I'm going to be arriving in civilian clothes, but I'll probably have like a stripped down version of my costume in a duffel, not a duffel, like a messenger's bag, along with my other stuff, in case something happens to go down.
I'm the only person that went here without a costume on.
Speaking of
Because
which,
you don't need a costume.
You are a
Danny,
costume.
same thing. Hello, Danny.
Ah, he's a ghost.
Yes. What?
Are you in costume, or are you human, or are you Flair?
Human.
No
Are you in
shit.
costume or not?
No.
Because you're
I
at
haven't
the
even.
mall.
Yeah, I haven't even bought the costume yet. Actually, I should probably do that one of these days.
In a
Yeah,
pinch,
He was wearing basically a basically a hoodie with a mask.
Yeah.
yeah, I've got a hoodie on. My costume in my bag is probably just. It's not gonna include any frills. It's just gonna be like that sort of like cloak thing I have and a face mask, and because I'm already wearing a hoodie, nobody can see my undershirt, so they hopefully won't realize I'm wearing the same long sleeve. It's a very cheap costume right now.
But to be fair, my outfit is literally just a hat that makes my clothes look cool.
Yeah, my main disguise is the fact that I can instantly, like with my power, sheath my body in like green blue flames, which kind of make it hard to identify somebody.
Yep. But anyway, to the stabbing.
You're really pessimistic about how this is gonna go.
Not pessimistic. I just say stabbing is we're doing something. Let's get that done.
All right, so you're arriving as Watson.
Yes.
All right, so
I'm looking around for Flair, but also asking some of the people who look to be not powered what they think of the conference.
all right, so Flair, you probably got you probably got told by Sam that the convention would be starting in about an hour, around 9 o'clock, because the mall is not that far away. If you walk really briskly, you might be able to get back to the convention a little bit after it opens. So.
Okay, yeah, that should be fine.
And
Can Simon come too, or no?
Simon would probably go today, especially after what happened. He's interested.
Okay.
Also, there's a little bit of buzz about not only Placebo Man showing back up, but also the other hero, Sam, showing up today. No one's been able to confirm if Sam will show up, but people are saying that he will.
I'm gonna move myself real quick.
All right.
Do I have?
Who you have?
I was gonna ask, would I have been informed if Sam was gonna show up today? But then I was like, probably not. Heard back.
It's a hot rumor kind of thing.
So he won't be.
No one knows if he's actually going to, but a lot of people believe that he's going to. Alright, so BK already just said he was going to mute himself real quick.
Okay. Guess I could go over to the costume people.
Well, the convention's not open just yet, unless you
Oh.
unless you're planning on heading back, because you never stated if you're heading back or not.
Oh. Well, yeah. Go for it.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, if I'm milling around outside, I feel really tempted to use my power detection ability just on everybody. But when I use it, my eyes kind of glow, and I'm like, so I think that what I'm doing is I'm basically like pretending like I'm covering my eyes because it's bright out to try and mask the fact that I'm just like trying to figure out what everybody's powers are.
All right, so are you I will go ahead and say, I was thinking for your powers, basically, I was going to say, do you want them to be a passive power, like you just see an aura and you have to focus on someone to be able to tell their power, or do you want to be able to activate your power, see if people have power, and then focus on if they have, like, for specifics?
My what I figured with my power detection is that I have a natural sort of like, if I look at somebody for a few seconds, I have a natural sense of, do they have a power at all? But to actually get any deeper details about that, even like broad type or specific, I need to focus in. And it also says that I can detect, like, I can figure out what power was used to create a specific result. So I could like look at a hole in the wall and figure out if it was disintegration or like laser eyes that did it. But
Okay.
I figured that's also an active power. So the only part that's passive is like, if I look at somebody for a few seconds, it'll be like, oh, that person does or doesn't have a power.
Okay. Basically the same for magic detection and basically most of the detection powers. It's like you can see them just in general, like yes or no, that they can or cannot. And then you just need to focus on more specific stuff.
Yeah, so I'm kind of trying to gauge how many people, like what percentage of the people here are powered versus unpowered.
All right, just taking a quick glance over the people who are just currently in the parking lot. There is a lot of powered individuals. Like,
Dang.
there is a lot more than you were probably expecting. It's about, at this point, almost a 60-40 ratio from what you can just tell from using your power.
All right, so like probably what BK said, the people who can't shoot lasers out of their eyes are reluctant to go to a place after what happened yesterday.
Yeah, most of the people who don't have powers are mostly just interested in talking about powers. Basically, they're the people who are like actually interested in figuring out what's going on with people, or the people with powers, or are more inclined to try to meet some of the superheroes.
There's got like this is a convention with war reporters on it, just in case.
Yeah. So, I never can. No lap. You can sleep on the bed there.
Okay. Well, I guess Simon and I will start making our way over to the convention center once it's opened.
Alright, so you're heading there after it opens?
Yeah, so if it opens up at 10, we'll start walking at 10 and get there at like 10:30.
Yeah, it's about 30-40 minute walk.
Okay.
Kind of waiting for BK to get back before continuing, but
I'm here.
Would I
just
have
had to get my
remembered?
stuff. I was listening the entire time.
Would I have remembered to bring the brochures about the costume people?
they're kind of. Did you remember to bring your quote unquote costume?
Oh,
Well, he doesn't have his yet.
Well, I mean, what Danny was wearing to cover his face yesterday.
Oh, just the ski mask? Yeah, he's got the ski mask.
can Louis gauge how many like costume to uncostumed there are among the people with powers?
There's a decent amount of people who have, like, if you're just looking at the people who have powers alone, most of them are not in costume. There are a small amount of people who are. So.
All right, if I'm not sticking out by being out of costume, I'm not going to change into it right now.
No, it's the people who are in costume are either being very flamboyant. I can't pronounce. Basically, they're advertising themselves as
Flamboyant.
Yeah, flamboyant. They're basically advertising themselves as being potential heroes or that kind of stuff, or they're just trying to hide their actual identity because they don't want to be possibly persecuted later on.
So it's really running the gamut between extremely social and very edgy superheroes in costume.
Yeah. And of course, there's plenty of people who don't show any really indifference about if they're in costume or not. Some of them are trying to, be antisocial at a social event, but for the most part, people are pretty much being okay with seeing powers and such.
Right. Hopefully they open the convention.
Oh yeah, they open the convention door, like they open up the convention center doors out around 10. Pretty much a flood of people start going up to the doorways, making lines to get in. And BK and Golden, you arrive about 10 minutes late. From the opening.
I am always 2 hours early. I cannot. I'm late.
Well, you did leave quite late, and you took public transit with the man who can't fly.
I blame you, Watson.
Could be worse. We could have got here after the explosion. Oh wait, we would have lived through it. Oh well. Let's do this thing.
I like that. Okay, I like that. What was it? Sherlock Ohms?
Oh yeah.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Ohms.
Thank Andy Barrett from Melted Xbox for that.
I don't know that one.
It's a YouTube channel. They're in a streaming on Twitch.
I like that you're really confident that this is a sting that's gonna kill you all, but you're still going.
Yep.
It's the classic gumshoe thing to do.
Plus, we're also like
Alright, so
players.
So I'm assuming you have gotten into line.
Yeah.
No, I skip it. They don't put me in.
Well,
they don't force me to go into line.
Yeah, Golden can just skip the line until completely because they're technically a VIP.
Yeah.
So we're all like schmucks waiting in line, and this robot just floats over us into the convention center.
You know what? I'm actually before we go, I'm gonna say I swapped to Sure Shot just because honestly he doesn't care anymore.
All right. So before you get to the convention center, or
Before I get to the convention center.
Wait, like on the bus?
No, like in the lab.
okay, so you changed before leaving.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and say that.
That's why we
Let's
were
go.
late. We got to the bus station. I was like, give me a second. Walked all the way back
Runs
to the
back
lab.
to the lab. Oh no, you didn't even run. You just walked. Misses the first bus, so you have to wait for the next one. All right, and let's see. All right, the line is moving a little bit slow. They seem to have taken a little bit more caution when letting people in. A lot more people are getting the collars and the bracelets when they're going into the building, though it looks a little bit more modified than it was from the day before. Hello?
Yeah.
Modified.
Okay.
Sorry,
What is
just found out. What's happened?
Did no one just listen?
No, but what are the modifications? You said it was modified, but you didn't actually.
So, as you're approaching the convention center, the people there's two separate lines. There is a basically people of powers line, which is a lot larger, and then there is basically your normal people line, quote unquote normal.
Even at our own convention, we're segregated.
Yeah, like the people with powers, they're having to go up, fill out forms, and
Oh man, I didn't realize that there was a people with powers line. If that's the case, then I'm going to like find somewhere to hide and change into costume, because my normal identity cannot be registered in any way with the fact that I have powers. My parents don't know that I'm doing this.
Oh, okay. So basically, you start
as
seeing people separated to two lines, and you just like, oh, okay, runs off and takes changes.
Yeah, like find an alley to change it.
All right.
Question: in the normal people line, would I happen to see our good friend Edward?
You do not see him from a quick glance.
Boring.
Edward's taking a couple of vacation days after that last one.
But he's the best character at the top.
All right, so Luis is getting changed into his costume. Claire and Danny, arrive about 20 minutes later. The line's still pretty. Well, yeah, the line has grown a lot more before we got there.
I hope it doesn't take 20 minutes for me to get in costume. That's bad time.
No, I assume you went over and did a quick change, so maybe like 5 minutes. You've gotten back in line at that point, and you're pretty close to the front. You can see more detail about the collars. It's a thick, almost metal collar with a few LEDs on it that occasionally blink when people get them put on. There's also a bracelet version.
I'm sorry. Everyone needs to get a collar when they walk in.
Not everyone, but a lot of the people with powers have been getting these collars.
Okay, that's interesting.
Either a collar or a bracelet, depending.
But you don't enjoy collars around?
Louis is apprehensive about this.
All right, so I'm also guessing Sir Sock got in line, or did you decide to go ahead and try to skip line again like last time?
I'll go on line this time.
All right, so you're about the same position as Clayton.
I know it's Sure Shock, and I know that you don't necessarily look like him, but I can't help but think of Rorschach with like the same amount of syllables and the sort of like detective look.
Fair enough.
All right, so, and I'm guessing Sam and Danny are getting in line.
Yeah.
All right. Sam seems pretty excited about being able to come to the convention today. He was a bit busy yesterday, so he was able to make it.
Nice.
Basically, he had got in summer school because he wasn't completely paying attention in class.
I feel that. And I'll tell him about everything that went on yesterday. It's like, dude, Simon, there was this ice lady. She turned into this ice monster. And there was this crazy guy. It's crazy.
There was also a metallic lion.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't wait for you to meet the. I can't wait for you to meet the lion.
I like how you just assume the lion's going to be there. All right, so.
Oh yeah. Also, while I'm in line, I'm gonna ask the people up and down the line for me if any of them were there yesterday and what happened.
Doesn't get to me.
Okay. First off, BK, roll me a intuition.
Mm. 65.
With
Monstrous.
65. That's a yellow feet.
So that's the other feet.
Yeah, BK, you have noticed while standing in line that there's people who've been staring at you, murmuring as they notice you.
Huh. Let's see if anyone gets around.
Yeah. So you get approached by a gentleman. My brain is not wanting to work with me today. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I slept too much yesterday. You get approached by a gentleman wearing a mask and looks like a monk's robe. And he asked if you were there yesterday.
I was a little bit. I got here, saw some stuff, talked to some people. There was this weird ice thingy. I told it to calm down, and it calmed down, and then, well, they made me leave, and I was sad. But now I'm here.
Oh wait, so you were the one who solved that issue yesterday?
Well, I mean, I had a lot of help. I just kind of told it to sit down while other people distracted it.
Well, I've got to be thankful that you helped defuse that. If this thing had been shut down and I'd never even gotten to attend, that would have been a big disappointment for me.
Golden is like nearby, probably kind of pouting. You have no credit for at least trying.
Well, if you'd like, I could show you around. I hear there's some really cool shops, some really cool places, some really cool people to talk to. And if you're interested, my friend, I love your monk robes. You could even do a little bit of sparring with me if you're interested.
Oh, do you do martial arts or any of that sort of stuff?
I fight a little, not much. Kind of shakes the sword on his back and I fight a little.
By the way, as you two have been talking, a lot more people have been kind of getting the attention as it was mentioned that you were actually there and helped defuse the situation.
So wait, like people are sort of gathering around, or just like
while in line, you can see people are trying to get a little bit closer to listen in.
Oh no, attention.
Look at the last man.
No, I'm going to, when I realize that people are paying attention, I am going to slightly increase my volume and clearly try to sound more impressive than I was before and be like, oh, yes, of course, maybe we'll work together in the future.
Definitely, if you're interested, we could always use more people on our team.
Yeah,
You already have a team.
No, but
I mean-
yes.
Well,
I'll go-
realistically, at this point
Looking
already,
at all of the people around us.
I'll go for a
Yeah, I
handshake.
definitely have a team.
Hold it.
Yeah, we call ourselves the Schmavenzers.
don't. Golden would never allow that to happen.
I'm just bragging about a team that doesn't exist.
I will go for a handshake and be like, that sounds like a great idea. Does Sure Shot reciprocate the handshake, or am I just awkwardly?
Oh, I will shake his hand. Yeah.
Is Golden within earshot?
No, you're inside the convention center. They're still in line.
Oh, I was gonna say Golden would just yell, "We're not," or just go, like she would have just yelled, "We're not calling ourselves the." Like, basically, you.
I'll say that. I'll say name's still in beta.
I'm Caledon.
Sure shot.
Good to meet you.
Well, we better get through this
Alright,
lovely
so-
line.
Yeah, y'all are almost up front. There's only a few more people in front of you at this point, so it's going probably pretty quickly. They got in from yesterday. They got a little bit more streamlined. There's more of the guards posted out front, so they have more people being able to get taken in. As you get up into the front of the line, let's see. Keldion was in front of Sureshock, so. Alright, so as you walk up to the table, there is a simple form on the front on the table. Lisking, asking you to list your powers onto this form, and basically, it's a really quick questionnaire. Like, what are your powers? How did you obtain your powers?
All right, I'm going to answer on the form, but I'm going to be intentionally vague in the way that I think I can get away with. So, like, instead of being exact about all my powers, I'm going to kind of generalize and put my fire and cold control and just write, like, thermal control. And, like, I maybe won't mention the powers that are really hard to figure out if I can. I don't want people to know my exact power sets because I wrote them all on a piece of paper.
All right.
Unless they're asking for like a medical examiner level of precision. If this is like a big box that says list your powers, I'm going to be imprecise.
All right, so it's mostly a write-down list. There are some like little check boxes for the very common ones, like fire, like generate fire, generate ice. There is one for teleportation.
Visibility.
Like, yeah, for like a teleportation ability, or basically just general. Like the stuff that seems to be very. Yeah.
I'll put down my abilities, except for my detection abilities, which I figure are hard to figure out. So how are they going to know whether I can or can't see what I can or can't see? And then I'll probably for the rest of them, I'll just list like to the extent they ask and no more. I don't want to give too much away.
All right. So what all do you list? Like,
I'll say I'll write fire generation, I guess, and cold generation.
all right. So
Maneuver.
And disintegration, because that one's kind of hard to hide. Hey, why's that wall gone? Oh, I don't know.
As an explosion, the music happens.
Like, as a blinding light comes out of your forehead and then a wall disappears and you're like, that wasn't me. But I probably won't list my psychic, my detection and psychic abilities just because I think I can get away with it. And the more powers people don't know about, the more tricks I have up my sleeve if someone tries to assassinate me or something.
all right. So
Superheroes are basically just a big bag of tricks.
yeah. So you finished up the form.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you finish up the form, the guard takes it and takes a look at it. He gives a gentle nod to one of the other guards, basically just like having them look over. And they reach down and pull out a small black bracelet. And they ask you to put on the black bracelet.
I'm gonna ask, what is this? Some sort of power suppressor?
Yeah, this is a power suppressor. Anybody who is deemed to have potentially damaging or dangerous powers, we want them to wear these to make sure that they don't go overboard.
Oh shit! Should I have listed that I'm like? I guess no, I'm not gonna mention it. Yeah, I guess if that's what I have to do to get into the convention. Do they have like a metal detector?
What? Wait, what?
Do they have a metal detector? Because I just realized that one of the things that I have in my bag would be like it's got a big metal thing at the end because I have a fucking rope dart.
Long story short, people are selling AK-47s here. I don't think they're gonna care about a rope.
So I don't think a rope dart is gonna get anyone's attention. It's a weight on the end of a rope. It's like a martial art thing.
Well, not AK-47s, but there are some kind of official weapon dealers. They're not like extreme weapons. There is like a few gun displays and such,
I
but
could
they're not
pick up
really.
a handgun with bullets in it.
Imagine
so you have to buy
if you
bullets separate.
imagine if
buy
you
them both.
attached. Imagine if you attached one of those stretchy pieces of like hiking rope to a heavy doorknob. That's basically what a rope dart is.
I know what it is.
So I don't think they're gonna confiscate it if they're allowing like other weapons like swords in.
Or scythes.
Is this sword gonna actually? The sword's gonna considering it's actually made of energy and can actually punch hurt someone in melee combat.
Yeah, if it's an energy sword, they might say that's
Well,
what's
it's
not
an
cool.
energy sword that you could like just put your arm through.
Is it a lightsaber?
No,
But it just
no,
hurt
it's just like
people.
low level. It just looks cool. It can
Is it
be
a
solid.
tase sword?
No, it's a cosmetic sword that suits disintegration beams.
Yeah,
On
basically.
floor.
The sword itself does nothing.
It's
Sword,
like
I can see
it's
through my
like this-
fingers. I just prefer to just have something that's cool looking.
It's that Captain Hardock or whatever's sword, the one that's just a laser gun he made to look like a sword because he thought
Basically.
swords were cool.
Basically.
Yeah, so this
That sounds
sword
like-
has no physical form outside of him being able to touch it.
Yep. So I just
And
hand
then it
them to
shoots
take
disintegration
and it just
beams.
vaporize into nothing. Yeah, it's a super powerful weapon, man. Watch.
So you're just gonna trick them by being like, no, look, it's harmless.
Basically.
All right, so as you put on the bracelet, they go ahead and wave you to go on through. So next up in line is Shershock Ohms. They ask you to fill out the form.
Yep, I fill it out. I can get punched in the face really hard. I can get shocked really hard. I got this cool looking sword that doesn't do anything that I can summon. That's cool. Also, I can make people go to sleep.
All right, so go ahead and roll a reasoning.
I feel like the guinea pig here. I went in and told them all my best powers, so now all I can
No.
do is see.
They do not believe that you're telling the truth about all your powers. They also seem to recognize you from yesterday. Weren't you the guy who was wearing a brown suit?
No, also the face.
Yeah, well, you're wearing practically the same suit, it's just different colors. You even stated that when you were making your
his
character.
skin started glowing blue and his eyes are bright blue.
Oh, I forgot to mention a thing. The reason that my superhero character has like glowing blue eyes is not because it's like a mask he wears. He can basically do that at will because of his detection powers, and it's a good way of hiding his eye color. So he does it when he's in costume. Sorry, I just forgot to mention that.
All right. They do ask that you be a little bit more clear and willing to share your powers.
Fair enough. I can absorb tiny amounts of energy. I can get punched in the face really hard because I not get knocked out. That's the important part. Not get knocked out from being punched in the face. Again, this sword, it looks cool, and I can attempt to hit you with it, but watch. And I just kind of kind of tap the table, and it goes right through the table, not touching the table at all. Yeah. Right to the table again. Right to the table again. Yeah. It's just like a costume. It looks cool. And then I can kind of control a little bit of electricity.
Dang, you've got a lot.
Kind of little sparks. Like that's about it. Oh no, I can't actually make it. But if you give me your phone, I can make it look really cool.
I like that your list is just like this slowly expanding list of minor things.
I can make your phone screen look absolutely amazing. Also,
He looks at you as you ask for his phone. He kind of gives you a look. Like he waves you on.
Oh, the cool lights. Oh, whatever. And I start heading.
He didn't even get a cuff.
Wanted to make the phone look cool. I'm saying that to myself.
Oh. Can I actually
make the phone look cool?
Can I actually test the cuff, like without actually trying to break it? Just test like how strong it feels. Like, did they make this shit out of plastic?
It actually does have a little bit of weight on it. Like you can feel it against your skin, kind of thing. It's some sort of metal.
It's just all vibranium. Just shit tons of vibranium fucking cause they're carrying around.
Fair, a robot was able to break it.
I mean, I have exceptional
Talking about a
strength.
robot. A giant ice woman was able to break it.
Yeah, but like
No,
the
I
robot
broke it.
the glass with her hands.
Oh, true.
And that
I
was
have
the
excellent
neck thing,
strength.
so I'm assuming the bracelet is thinner.
Yeah,
I have
the
excellent
brace-
strength, but that's still within human range, so it's entirely possible I'm not able to break it.
So I go catch up to the guy who said he wanted to join my team. So let me introduce you to the other members when they show up. Don't tell
Alright,
about the
and-
name.
That's great news. I mean, like, I was planning on trying to find people to make a group, and then a group just showed up and was like, "Want to join?" Like, my day is going way better than I expected.
So first off,
And-
while we're waiting for them to show up, I gotta go talk to some dude. Let me point you in the direction of some cool people to talk to. And I'm gonna go talk to this dude. Upstairs, the second floor, there's a really crazy guy you can have fun with. Especially, no, tell him you want to join him. Maybe let's see if he calls me. What? No context, just tell him you want to join.
What? Who?
You'll know what I mean by crazy guy on the second floor.
This seems like is this a hazing?
Oh no!
This is
That
more of a I
guy,
want to see if
no!
he's actually being truthful. I told him to, if anyone else wants to join, call me. And if he does, I'll know he wasn't bullshitting what he's talking about. It's kind of like vetting him more than I'm vetting him.
Well, Kaldon's trusting of people, so he'll listen to that and believe it. So yeah, I guess if he says that's something to try and do, I'll try and do it. Although I hope that I can find the person.
Trust me.
Oh,
You'll
one
find
second.
him.
Dad.
Dun. Dun, dun, dun,
Just waiting
dun,
on the
dun,
GM.
dun, dun, dun. Anyway. The cat must be attacking something.
I can't believe you're sending him up to the crazy fucker.
hey, the crazy guy is mostly harmless, and that way I can figure out if he's actually going to call me if someone talks to him.
Alright,
Listen.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. Did the cat eat something it shouldn't?
That-
No, my boyfriend was trying to talk to me.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, I'm going to go find
Listen.
the guy who built the watch that I have that I broke, and I'm going to go talk to him about it.
Alright, you found him on the first floor at one of the kind of the self-standing kiosks. Like one of the, it's basically a table that he set up in the middle of the convention. He's
Selling
like,
merch?
He's got the space.
I
Yeah.
walk up to him, my man! My man!
Oh, hello again.
Hey, how's it going, mate? Hey, I got some good news and I got some bad news. What do you want to hear first?
Well, let's go ahead and hear the good news.
Your product works perfect.
Oh, that's great to hear. What's the bad news, though?
Well, it worked so well that when I did something too good, it exploded. And I hand him the watch that's still oozing some sort of liquid.
He takes it from your hand, just like staring at it, because it wasn't only, it didn't really explode, it was just really crushed. He's like, the hell does your power do?
Well, I was fighting that ice thingy, and I was kind of telling it to go to sleep, and then it hit me, and then I really told it to go to sleep, and then it went to sleep.
Oh, that was you doing that yesterday?
Yes.
Oh man,
Me and my
everyone's been
team.
talking about you.
Yes, my team. Calling ourselves the Fantastic Five.
5.
Including Claudia. Anyway, you're the one that's always complaining that I don't include Nora.
Yeah. No, I was confused about who the 5th member was. Caledon wasn't involved yesterday.
Yeah, and I thought I was still being hazed. Am I really part of the group?
Yeah! That's not hazing. I'm actually trying to get this guy to see if he's dangerous or not.
Oh, okay. Because I genuinely thought that Caledon was getting played here for a prank.
Oh, there is a variously obvious crazy guy upstairs who I gave my phone number to see if other people were trying to join him.
All right, well, Caledon's making his way up there.
Alright, by the way, for Golden, Sursock, and Caldeon, Caldeon, you find something a little bit strange looking? Like,
Oh,
you-
hold on. I have to nip something in the bud. A couple of people are calling him Caldeon. His name is Caledon.
Caledon,
like-
sorry,
Hold on.
Caledon.
Yep, thank you. I was like, why are y'all having such an issue?
Because like the Caledonian boar from Greek.
Yeah.
Okay, I Greek myth thing.
Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
no, I know.
I should know this. I'm half Greek. Anyway.
I don't know why I keep on putting an eye on there. So Caledon, so you can see something very obviously wrong with like one side of the, basically what would normally be an open staircase going up had been broken, and now when it's like it had been obviously broken, probably something to do with that giant ice monster you heard in the news. But now in its place is a very rudimentary elevator that had been set up that act as a way for people to be able to get up and down on that side of the building.
So like they replaced the staircase with an elevator?
Yeah, it's a really rudimentary elevator. Basically like a
Like-
pulley system elevator.
Oh, is it like one of those old 1800s one where the weight of the people going down sends the other side up or some shit? Like super,
Yeah.
like man-powered?
Yeah, pretty much one of those.
All right, well, I don't think I'd have a problem using that, so...
Yeah, and the other side is just a normal staircase. So, but you can see that this area had been quite heavily damaged and partly repaired, enough for that it's not going to cause any issues or structural collapse.
Still disappointed I missed out on the fun.
And basically, both both Golden and Sir Sock would have also noticed that. It's a pretty obvious change.
The door
we
that
still
was
have-
next to that
sorry.
staircase, is it still there?
Sorry, I was
Yes, it
reading.
is still there.
I was reading a text. What's the obvious change?
There was a, you know where the staircase had gotten broken?
Yeah.
The area around it had been mostly repaired to make sure the structural integrity stays.
Yeah.
But in place of the staircase that had gotten broken is a rudimentary, basically two-part elevator where the weight of the people going down is what's pulling the other group of people going up. Very rudimentary elevator just to replace the staircase that was lost.
Interesting maneuver.
Basically, they're trying to make sure this flow of traffic is not too much impeded by only one stairwell going up to the second floor.
Well, I got directed to a specific side of the convention center, so I'll take whichever path gets me there fastest, whether it's the elevator or the stairs.
All right, so you would be going up the stairwell, and basically up onto the second floor, past the little area where they have set up to act as a food court.
Right.
And as you're walking up to you're just kind of walking, looking for a crazy guy that you were told to go find.
Yeah, currently in my head, picturing like a 19th century prospector or something, like, oh, hello there. But I'm probably not what I'm actually looking for.
All right.
Four.
All right. So go ahead and roll a intuition.
Hey, I'm really good at that, so hopefully I won't fuck it up. Yep, that's great. What a good way to start this. I'm at remarkable intuition, I think. No, amazing intuition.
Amazing.
But
Amazing
that's 26, is still a failure.
No, that's a green.
On amazing?
Yeah.
Wow, it actually is!
You
I
need
forgot
a
it was so
26
low.
to be- Yeah,
Well,
the higher
dang.
your rank, the lower the number you need to be able to get good rolls.
So I did succeed, huh?
Succeeded.
Yeah, you succeeded. So you notice that there. Oh, welcome back, Flair.
Welcome back, Danny.
Yep.
My lion is still by my side. Shocking.
I'm still in line.
Yeah, the line's pretty. You're getting pretty close up to the front of the line at this point.
Okay, what was going on? What rolled? Who rolled what? Where?
I told our new guy,
Caledon.
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 to go find the crazy guy and tell him he wants to join him so that I can figure out if he's going to call me or not.
Yeah.
I have, and I would have had trouble finding him if it weren't for the fact that I have genuinely superhuman instinct and intuition, which allowed me to. I basically had to fucking like Jason Bourne my way through this crowd, like I was trying to tail somebody just to find this crazy guy.
Oh, okay.
At this point, Caledon definitely thinks he's being hazed. That is like what he genuinely thinks is happening to him.
There's a crazy guy here. What are they talking about?
You're gonna find out what he means really quickly.
So as you're walking through the upstairs floors, there is basically you know how a mall has those small stores where they have it built into the walls of the area?
That's pretty much what a mall is, right?
Yeah. It kind of has this kind of vibe to it on the second floor. It's just an open space where people can set up their shops or displays or anything like that. But this is like exclusive to the second floor. The first floor is almost all floor kiosks and such. Up here, it's just like people have rented out basically small rooms.
Okay. Can I spot the guy I'm looking for?
You do see that there is a guy kind of ranting over in one of the little cubbies. There's not very much to the actual like setup. It's mostly just him on a small stage, and he has a little table with pamphlets and such on it.
Pamphlets?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said pantlets for a second. It's like little tiny pants.
It really is crazy.
Like I was imagining the Robin short shorts that he wears in his costume. They give you an incredible range of motion, perfect for any superhero.
Anyway.
Well, then I'm gonna approach that guy, and as per instructions, I'm going to first kind of look at his booth and show some interest in his stuff, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm interested in joining a super team. Unless the pamphlets are like, join the new Aryan super, like if it turns out that he's super iffy, I'm going to abort, but if they're benign.
Alright, so as you pick up one of the pamphlets, you can hear this guy, he gets more excited as you approach. Like, he's been seeing a lot of traffic today, mostly just because there's more people here today than there was the day before, because the weekend just started.
Oh, dang, I guess that the ice attack really didn't dissuade anybody.
It dissuaded, like, you probably can guess there was probably there would have been a lot more people, but it's just not as many. It's one of those situations, like, a lot of people heard about it but weren't here to experience it, so they still came.
And then there were the super people who thought this was for posers until a bunch of people nearly got killed by a villain at it, and then they're like, oh, now I have to go. That's what's making up the difference.
Yeah. So you can hear him ranting about how people with powers need to go ahead and rise up against the oppressive government, and that people with powers don't have to be oppressed, and how the government just has this conspiracy to keep everyone just quiet about how we can, like when he basically him talking how we can rise up and be able to just take over and make a better society for everyone. Like, and his pamphlets, like he's reading almost a script off of his little pamphlets that he
religious guy saying the world is ending.
I mean, I don't totally disagree with him. So, like, there's that.
Yeah, he's more about forcing people to accept people with powers.
I'm cool with we have to change the status quo so people will accept those with powers. Maybe not so much with and the first step is let's kill the president. Like that's where you lose.
I mean, he hasn't quite said that, but you kind of get that vibe.
So now I'm kind of apprehensive, but also at the same time, I do really want to like get a shot at meeting the rest of this super team. So I am going to be like, oh yeah, I'm interested. Was I supposed to say the name of your team specifically? Because you keep changing it.
Basically,
I'm interested in joining a super team.
No, just you are interested in working with him.
With him?
Ignore super team. Ignore super team. Basically, I told this guy, if any of other people would want to become one of us, brother, we could potentially join together and form a more cohesive unit. Let me know, and I hand him my card, if you would be interested, if anyone else is interested in joining. Basically, I'm trying to figure out if anyone else has been recruited by him.
All right, I'm going to tell him, yeah, like I'm interested in working with you, but I'm gonna lean in and be super quiet about it because I really don't want anyone else to know that I said it because I feel like this would be bad for my rep.
Like, you can already tell just by general, people have kind of, like, besides the people who've walked up to either listen to what he's ranting about, or the people who seem to be genuinely interested but not actually that interested once they realize what he's talking about, that most people have just been kind of ignoring this booth.
I mean, it's like any like crazy movement booth at any convention where it's like there's just an aura around them where people stay out of the way in case they like get too close and the person thinks they're interested.
Yeah, you just walked into the splash zone basically.
Yeah, so I'm going to be a bit quiet about it, but I will be like, yeah, I'm interested in working with you. Do you know anybody I could get in touch with? I'm hint, hint, wink, wink, and we'll see if it works.
As you walk up and tell him, just like whisper to him that you're interested, he bolsters, like almost yelling, like, oh, brother, welcome, welcome.
Oh, okay, yeah, keep that down, please. Let's not alert the whole convention.
Like, he is very loud-spoken individual, but he greets you and basically starts going over basically what the pamphlet says. Pamphlet, but I keep on saying with a T instead of an F. But like I said, he's pretty much just like he's memorized his own pamphlet and is reading it off the back of his mind. And as you ask about if he knew anybody else, he's like, yes, I'm planning on calling this other individual who showed interest. Oh.
And who might they be?
Oh, he handed me his card. He starts searching his pockets. Let's see. Oh, crap.
Rolling to see if he lost it in the 1 day period between now and then.
I mean, a lot has happened since now and then.
He was.
He's huffed a lot of paint between those 2 times.
He was near the attack because I went back to listen to him, and that's when the ice monster attacked.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, I would like to.
Yeah, so the ice monster was coming up towards his booth. Anyway, that was yesterday.
I stopped it at the end of the stairwell, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the opposite side of the booth, but the booths are close enough to the stairwell that is kind of the panic zone.
I mean, it's never good to be in the same building with a giant ice monster, regardless of, like, the distance in that room.
Yeah, but basically, like, he's getting a little bit more attention, but that's probably because people are just kind of examining the area of the damage from yesterday.
People want to take the elevator for fun, so they just end up there.
Yeah.
His booth just became prime real estate.
Yeah, but he's frantically searching for his pockets, and he realizes a hole in his pocket.
Wah wah.
And now he's frantically looking across the stage.
Oh, good. Now I've sent this poor man into a panic. I'm gonna try and calm him down and be like, no, don't worry. It's fine. I'm sure that I'll just take one of these pamphlets, and I'm sure I can get in contact with them at a later date.
He's still frantically looking, but yes, brother. Just give me a moment to find this card. If you need to call me, my number is on the pamphlet, though. And he goes back to searching.
Yeah, I'll take one of the pamphlets.
He stops his preaching and is now searching. He's actually getting more attention now that he's frantically looking on the stage.
I guess now I have to search the building for that guy, because he said that I thought the way I was supposed to contact him again was via that card that I'm not gonna get now. So
well, no, it was more of I told you I was going to a stand to meet someone.
Well, you said you're going to a stand.
Fair enough. Did I point it out? Let's find out.
I have the ability to search for people.
I really pointed it out.
Oh, yeah, he gave you detailed.
I gave you coordinates.
Instructions.
I was gonna say, even if you didn't, I do have superhuman intuition and power detection, so I could probably have found you. It wouldn't have been the end of the world. You do kind of stick out too, even among superheroes.
Giant blue
the
guy
glowing
with
sword, the giant blue guy. One of the nice things about superhumans is that it's kind of like a Where's Waldo painting. There are a lot of them, but every single person looks different, so you can at least find one guy in the crowd.
Anyway, back to I'm talking to the guy, he's like, yeah, so use my powers, and the thing is...
He's like, what happened to it? It looks like it had gotten crushed.
Well, the power flowing through it just kind of...
He just continues to examine it. He's like, well, I can't repair it right now.
Would you at least be able to get the data that was on it?
He turns around and starts rummaging through the other boxes he has set up. No, that's not how it works. It's just supposed to display the number of how your power is working.
Well, it wouldn't keep that information stored for later use.
He shakes his head as he continues searching behind him. He pulls out another box, though this one doesn't look like it's as in good condition as it was the one that you originally received. So, I'm just sorry. Unfortunately, I can't really give you another one, and I can't repair this one on the site. I can give you this older model I have, though.
Fair enough. I'll use the older model kind of as a rental until you fix that. We're gonna be here for a couple more days. The convention should be fine. I could give you my card, and you can call me to ship it once it's over.
Yo, how much money does Sure Shock have?
Not much. This is
Not
literally
much.
half my bank account.
Oh.
Half his bank account, it was like what was it, $49?
Yeah.
Right now, Caledon's experience in this place is probably wistfully looking at all the cool shit he can't afford in every like booth on this
It was
entire
the one
building.
booth thing I could afford, and I wanted it. I'm the guy that goes to the convention, buys the keychain, and then leaves.
Oh yeah, if there's anything martial arts related or just that looks cool, that is within like that, like a janitor's salary could afford in this entire building,
Fine,
Caledon is
stick
gonna
on the
fucking
ground.
jump on it.
Well, you got this old, BK.
Yeah.
Sir Sherlock Holmes has gotten another one of these. This one's even bulkier than before. This is less of a watch and more of a, like,
Pit boy?
It's more of an arm guard.
Ah,
Yeah, so it's like
I
a
have
Pit
a
Boy.
Pit Boy. Awesome. Can I see what clothes I'm wearing? And can I change them by pushing a button?
As you hold it up, it is fairly large screen. This thing is heavy on your wrist as you're, and it does show you a small display. Then a few numbers have popped up, and it's just showing a constant 0 at the moment.
The little like a person icon with like notices of where this is awesome. Who was it? The prototype you said?
The guy replies, yeah, that one's a prototype. It doesn't always work properly, so I do apologize for that. But until I can get this one fixed, it's all I can really spare at the moment.
Oh no, that's fine, my friend. Have you thought about going with this kind of a design instead of just the wrist? Because there's a certain video game series. I'm thinking Radiation. That people something similar to this. You could even just like kind of market it to that shape, and people would just buy it up. Even people without powers.
He kind of scratches his chin about it, like, I don't know. I don't want to be doing anything that might get me like some sort of copyright infringement.
Well,
Plus,
Add a feature where the watch can track if you've been crippled yet, just in case you haven't noticed. It's my favorite Pip-Boy feature. Hey, your arm's broken. Thanks, I know.
other features being able to change clothes by pushing a button.
and he also mentions about how it's a lot bulkier than his current design, so he doesn't want it to be hindering people who might actually be needing to use it during combat or something.
Fair enough. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to keep this one safe for the most part.
Asterix.
Asterix, if giant ice monster appears, cannot be liable. But thank you very much. I'm waiting for a friend, so I'll let you stand in near here. Please, if anyone asks about your product, wants to know if it's good, amazing work. Seriously.
Even though you only got to really use it once.
It still worked as intended.
It told me I did a really good job. I like this thing.
Alright, and Golden, you're even kind of milling about. You got in a little bit earlier than everyone else, technically, because of the fact that you got to jump the line.
I
I
always
like the image. I still like the image of just like this robot floating above everybody in the convention center.
Well, of course, that's exactly what I do. That
Using wind powers indoors. People's
Yes.
hair just gets destroyed.
we know
They can
I'm.
turn off some of the air conditioning. It's summer in Boston. It's hot. No, nobody's complaining about a bit of wind.
So yeah, Golden, you got to see people setting up their shops again. Like, a lot of people just took down everything. Some people are trying to get their stuff back together from when the convention was closed a little bit early from yesterday.
Yeah,
You sound really tired.
I am a little tired. Yeah, sorry.
I drank some coffee to get me through this.
Yeah, I don't have
Old
it
ass coffee.
today. I don't have anything caffeinated.
Oh.
Yeah. Question: is William around at all?
You do not see William. Like his shop has been set up, but you don't see him at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, she's just like existing right now, pretty much. She's just sitting at the table, at a table with Nora laying by her, just thinking and mulling and thinking a little more.
All right, thinking about getting that golden gauntlet.
Yeah, that's what
Golden armor for the golden armored robot.
she's beating herself up because she forgot to get Moto. And she took her phone out at one point to be like, "Hey, I'm put some more stuff on your tab." Fuck, no service. So she's like, "Well, I'm not gonna get shit, so I'm the next day."
It's like, well, shit, I can't. I told someone I was gonna buy something and I forgot my money.
And she's like, "I'm gonna have to do it then," but
Anyway, I look over. Do I see the golden whirlwind and / people reacting to a robot lion?
Golden Whirlwind would be on the second floor if you went up to check the shop
Fair enough.
and
So I see
take a.
it.
Yeah.
she would probably have come down after William just to be able to watch the doors. So she's probably back at the first floor doors.
All right, so go ahead and roll a what's it called? Intuition with a +1
Who?
column shift.
For him.
For BK.
+1. Oh dear God. That might even be yellow.
That is.
That's unearthly. That is significantly yellow.
Yeah, it was pretty easy for you to spot
16.
the. Go.
16 would have succeeded.
Yeah. I mean, you're fairly familiar with both the golden robot lion and golden woman, who are just kind of just standing there watching the doorway.
I look over. I kind of wave to them.
It's like they are not facing in your direction.
Okay. I look around. How far between me and her?
Yeah, that's a good, maybe 2 areas, so 44 feet. It's not.
So
It's
close
not the
enough
end of the world.
that if I told someone to meet me at this table and I was standing where she was, it'd be pretty easy to see me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to her and the lion.
Hey, Nora's getting actual mentions. Outside Annie stealing her.
Heading the lion as I walk up.
Speaking of Danny, you at this point you would have gotten up to the desk. Are you going to fill out the paper this time, or are you going to try to sneak in again?
No, I'm a regular human. I don't fill out paperwork.
Alright. Go ahead and a reasoning with a +1 column shift since you weren't able to convince him last time.
Okay, if I was reasoning, I would be typical.
You're good.
So +1, we're good. Okay. Roll them bones.
Gotta be the 46.
Monday 100. We'll call this hint.
Walks up,
Ba-da-boop.
accidentally shoots energy beam as walking.
What up?
Back just in time for.
That's unfortunate.
I got back just in time for Flair to have some issues.
It's like there's a crouch walking, like stereotypical sneaking past everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
You see 7
That's,
yards and you're like, no.
So, Flair, as you're walking up to the stand, you failed to realize you had started walking, like you got off the path a little bit and you were walking up a wall.
Would Golden see this?
oh no. Oh, that's
Like-
bad.
What?
Yeah, the
even-
guards are like, yeah, sir, you're gonna have to go over to the powered section
It's like,
and get in
oops,
line.
Sorry.
What does Simon say?
Well, Simon is kind of
I'm
well,
surprised.
he's kind of trying not to get cited at the moment. He's trying to blend into the line.
Okay.
So, question: would I be able to see this, and can I roll to see if I believe he has powers back?
He's a little bit more elevated than others, so if you go ahead and roll with for intuition, just a normal roll because it's kind of counteractive because you see him and recognize him, but it's a distance.
If you're anything above a typical, you're good.
In what? What am I?
Like in intuition.
In intuition?
Which is an excellent, which is a green. So yeah, you recognize the gentleman who is walking up a wall on the non-powered section of the line.
Holy shit! He does have power.
I hear her say this. Look over. Do I see?
Holy.
No! Oh my god, now my secret is ruined.
Oh, BK thinks this is all a hoax, and he actually
No,
doesn't have
actually, I'm fine.
No, you're fine. No, I
With
know.
a minus 1, 2, 3, I'm fine. With a minus 4, I'm fine.
Jesus, what do you have in it?
Monstrous.
Motherfucker.
Don't you have it monstrous? Jeez.
I have intuition and I have fighting. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I
Dang,
have some
fighting it
amazing-
monstrous.
I have amazing agility. I have incredible psyche. I have excellent reason. Then I've got just the worst strength, the second worst strength in the game.
So yeah, you see Flair well, the person who, like, because he's been calling himself Flair, he's not in costume or anything. He looks like a kid who's just wearing a
I ain't
Danny.
Olive
Ski
Garden
mask.
with this kid. I know who he is.
yeah.
Damn.
You recognize him as like, well, you know one of his powers.
Someone get a camera.
No! Oh
Golden's
god.
like, whoa, you guys were right. He has power.
Hey, Golden, don't you have camera eyes?
I don't know. Can I have camera eyes for you?
One of Golden's powers should just be Inspector Gadget. Like, at any time, he can just have one of his body parts be a mundane object.
No, but like, isn't it? Like, didn't she say it like last time? Like,
I did, but I didn't
Yeah.
clear that was for you.
Rib phone, camera eyes.
Yeah, Dr. Moto did install camera eyes outside just a little hut that you normally see whenever your battery's running low.
Her eyes just like glow a little bit. She closes them, a little snap, like the camera.
Your eyes turn into shutters.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
They
what your
literally do
eyelids
that.
are for, is their shutters.
He
They just turn
and
into
then he
shutters and
vomit up a
and-
Polaroid.
It's like,
You can literally hear the photo taking sound. Just, photo taken.
digital or film. Let's find out. Roll for film.
Roll for film.
I'd love it if it was just a Polaroid
Yeah,
camera.
it's like- it's hard to find refills.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, it's a Polaroid.
That is a perfect photo.
The contrast on this is amazing.
Yeah. The doctor is fantastic at everything they put their mind to, except for avoiding accidental lab explosions. They are not good at avoiding that.
But yeah,
Learn if you avoid
but-
the explosion.
yeah, Danny. Basically, Sam is in line. He does look a bit embarrassed that you just walked up a wall blatantly over on the non-powered section, right when he was standing in line with you.
Stand there.
Literally, the only person besides like his parents that didn't suspect Danny had powers was Golden. Like even Sam suspected.
Well,
Well, Sam kind of knew.
you did?
Well, I
Please
thought.
tell
or-
people I'm at a certain location when I'm not actually at that location in a world where superpowered beings exist.
Oh.
Either
Well,
you
okay, yeah,
are
I guess he
doing
could.
something highly illegal, or you're.
I'm sorry, I
stupid.
didn't remember exactly if Sam knew or if you were keeping that a secret from him too, and you were just very
Sam,
vivid.
Sam,
Yeah, I was keeping it a secret.
Sam would
Yeah.
also be kind of curious about why you're dressing up, like why you're trying to hide your face and such. Besides possible ridicule.
mhm.
Oh man. Well,
I've got a nice
shit.
Polaroid, and I've got lots of power.
You need to get more costume. They've gotta have. There's gotta be like a haberdasher who's taking advantage of terrible. Like there's gotta be a booth where it's just a guy who yells at people who have bad costumes about how much he could improve their costumes if they'd come into his little shop. That's gotta be somebody running that.
There is somebody like that, and he's charging exorbitant amounts of money for it.
Have you
But
tried to get
satin
Golden to
cape-
come in there despite the fact that she's literally made of gold?
Don't you want your costume to have a satin cape?
No, I have my own cape.
Well, I would just tell Simon. I'd be like, "Listen, I'll
He
be
is
back."
a little bit awestruck.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point because it's. Oh my god. I'll
And Danny,
just say, hey. I'll just be like, hey, I'll catch you in the. I'll catch you when we get inside. So.
Danny and
I take the
Caledon
walker
should.
chain to go back to power.
Danny,
Go ahead.
me or Danny?
Whoever was speaking first.
Danny and Caledon need to add capes to their outfits. We're gonna become the cape. We'll add one to North.
Caledon's got one of those monk vests. He's not getting the cape.
Nope, we're adding a
Put
cape.
on the monk vest. Nah, I
Putting a
think he's
cape on.
fine.
That's probably the most expensive part of Caledon's entire outfit, honestly. The
We're
rest
literally
of it's...
gonna add a cape to the lion. Even. We'll add one to the lion.
Put a cape on.
Lion's getting a cape, you're getting a cape.
Then we get
We're gonna be the bane of Edna Mode.
I got our name. Cape. We need an acronym for cape.
Yeah.
The capes.
Yeah, we need an acronym
Hold on,
for cape.
my name's Caledon. Nope. Okay, the rest of the team does not fit that. Okay, I was gonna say maybe we can
No, so
spell
like-
cape.
The Cape Crusaders.
Crusaders.
Against something evil. We need a P word, and then we have a team name that's just Cape.
Possible evil.
Crusaders against possible evil.
So that implies we just attack people because we think they might be
That's
evil.
what happened yesterday. Let's do this. Crusaders against possible
Power evil?
No, possible evil. It's too perfect.
Okay.
Possible
Because they chase somebody without knowing if they're evil or not. Just because they were acting suspicious.
Sure Shock had a hunch. We gotta beat that guy up.
Actually, no, Golden had a hunt.
Oh god.
Golden
What happened here?
literally basically went at lightning speed.
Okay. You
And-
want
Yeah.
cape
Went try and
or
catch
capes,
up.
possible evil sources.
Also, can we talk about the fact that if I did a
I
good
think brevity's the soul of
stopping
wit.
my whirlwind, we would have just successfully caught the guy?
It's possible evil. It's perfect.
It's perfect. We got our team name. We're done.
Possible
You just see him sit there. Her mention capes is like,
Crusade.
my god. Oh, by the way, Golden, we have a team now. There's a monk in it. I sent him to talk to the crazy guy.
Yeah, and I'm
she
cur-
leans over and she's like, "Is part of Danny's powers monk chip? I am very confused at the fact that this normal boy has. I would have never suspected."
This
Okay.
normal boy has powers.
No, different guy, new guy. I found him in the line. He seems very reputable. Yeah.
Are you picking up strays?
I mean, I tried to pick up a cat
Yesterday, so-
earlier, but they wouldn't let me. So, maybe.
so
Master of stray supers.
Thing, she would have been amazing. Imagine the stealth capabilities. Let's send the cat in. The villain seer. Oh, look, a cat.
What was the caveman's name?
Do what?
Catwoman's name.
Selena Kyle.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, the actual the
No,
woman.
that needs to be her name now. It's
No,
DC.
it's
No one
not.
would know the joke.
They'd all think they were aping Black Cat.
Because I can't remember what her actual name was. I feel like it was Jessica, but I don't think that was.
I think you ever found out her name.
yeah, you never did. You never asked.
Now
did.
I'm getting the urge to ask about every superhero in like the whole Marvel universe too.
I already
She
did.
is now
so.
Selena Kyle. That is her official canon
Dude,
name.
wait, actually, political question. Soviet Union. What happened to it?
Oh yeah, what happened to the Soviet?
Did it collapse near the same time, later, earlier, or not at all? Is the Soviet Union still a thing?
Are we talking like
The
Soviet
Soviet-
Union, USSR, or Russia?
The Soviet Union, which would have existed presumably. Well, the Soviet Union is the USSR. Soviet Union is just the like English way of saying it for people who don't want to use the full name.
Yeah, the Soviet Union actually did last a little bit longer due to the extended war. Basically, the war front was basically the economic situation was a little bit better for them in that sense, but it still fell after the war had ended.
Well, I mean, that's
More minor country question. Did Ethiopia have its civil war, or are they actually? Because before their civil war,
dude.
that they'd become a first world country.
That's a crazy question to ask. You need like
Ethiopia, now Wakanda.
you need a minor in history just to like answer that question effectively.
But if Ethiopia hadn't had the Dirge civil war, they likely would have become a first world country because of what like the.
Question, before we get to it. Are we going to Ethiopia in the campaign?
Now
Yes.
Now we are.
Ethiopia. Is
I mean,
Ethiopia the first
Feel
world
the
country?
villains might
I mean-
be in Ethiopia.
I mean,
Yeah.
Ethiopia is good if it's a first world country because it's a place to go. It's a first world country in Africa that it doesn't have like a monarchy and
Yes, it does.
no. Well, I mean, it has a monarchy, but it doesn't like. There's an airport in Ethiopia. Wakanda, you can't really go on a sightseeing tour of.
I might know a guy, but other than that,
Oh, are you a friend of Claw?
no, I am a friend of the guy who knows where Wakanda is.
Is Frio rolling for the fate of Ethiopia?
Did Ethiopia
This is
roll
the
in that
best
one?
system.
Let's
I'm gonna
find
keep
out.
bringing up. Oh man, we should just start bringing up obscure alt history shit so he can roll to determine if it's true or not.
Because realistically, Ethiopia, considering how the world's changed, it's very likely Haile Selassie just got volunteered and crushed the rebellion.
Did the Ural Sea get drained? Not the Ural. What's the one? The one that they drained.
Anyway, let's go back to the.
Hey, no, we need to know about Ethiopia's, if it's first world or third world.
This is an incredibly important fact.
I honestly don't know off the top of my
Brian
head.
jotting down notes to make final boss set in Ethiopia.
We need to see if Haile Selassie succeeded against Virgin.
More importantly to me, at least, what the hell happened to the race for the bomb?
The atomic bomb?
Yeah.
The atomic bomb. Oh, wait, go ahead.
Are nuclear weapons a thing?
Well, they probably.
Nuclear weapons are a thing. It's just they're not as prevalent because, well, basically, there's not all countries have nuclear weapons at this point. Like it's still in a process, but because the Second World War had gone on for, well, like I stated earlier, extra 20 years. The resources were a bit
Ethiopia wouldn't have had its civil war then, because they would have been under Italian control for a while. Then Haile Selassie would have come back and succeeded, because Dirge had its chance to grow.
On a related note, like if the war went on, unless America had reason to divert its research potential towards other things, presumably mutant stuff, it would presumably if the Manhattan Project doesn't succeed during the war, it's because America sees what the Soviets are doing with mutant stuff and decides that Oppenheimer and Einstein are better put to use making super soldiers than bombs, and so those all that manpower gets put towards other projects, and Trinity just never happens.
You know what country got the first, you know what country created Fat Man in this world? Ethiopia.
I like it. I like Golden just wants Ethiopia to be like the world superpower now.
Yeah, can we do that? Yeah. I
America
appreciate.
was never really pulled into the war in the same sense that they were. Basically, the Pearl Harbor was never bombed.
Oh,
So
That's
so
a
they
big
never
one.
woke the sleeping bear. Okay.
Wait, so did FDR even get to be president after after his first term? It was kind of the war that gave FDR the approval rating that let him go into the
he actually did get presidency for a second term, but the main
Well, wouldn't it be
reason-
his third term?
Oh yeah,
Because he
third.
died in office.
Yeah, third. But the main reason he did was because he was actually pushing for the research potential for basically combating the quote-unquote bioweapons that were being developed by Germany and Russia because they were afraid that America was next after the war. So he was...
Ethiopia, the first world country. The USA didn't get as involved. The USSR became crazier than already. And William Lyon McKinley can now have a bunch of crazy bodies. The world is right.
Okay. Anyway, back to the seeing guy standing on wall
Oh.
and slowly
Oh.
slumping away.
Oh, right.
No, wait. Did the Swiss stay
Oh,
neutral?
yeah,
Did
actually,
the Swiss stay neutral?
let me see here.
Let's
Let's stop
get back
asking
to the
history
same thing.
questions.
What
Let's
would
set
I
a-
roll?
Let's set a limit of 3 alt history questions per session.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
because
got
we've
the
already sank 20 minutes into just history.
Yeah.
let's
What
get
should
it
I roll
again.
to
The
hide?
stabby.
It's going to be kind of hard for you to hide when you're
Every
walking down
guard-
a wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
You can roll agility, but it's going to be a -2.
And watch him crit.
My agility is incredible.
My agility is incredible.
So that would be a good then.
-2 would be excellent.
Yeah, if you're in.
Two.
If you're
Oh,
incredible,
okay.
it'd be excellent. Good.
Okay. Oops.
Rolls a D200 instead.
Yeah.
Gets in that one anyways. Nope.
Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, that's a white feat. You try to kind of slink back into line, try to hide amongst the people, but one of the guards actually leaves from the doorway and escorts you to the back of the powered line.
Oh. I'll be here all day. Okay. All right. I'm at the back.
Yeah, after he takes you to the back of the line, he goes back up to the doorway.
It's amusing
The
because
line.
you could probably go over there and just be like, let him through, but like, he's enjoying this more.
Don't give those guards a hard time. They have a hard enough job already.
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, he, with the side, just let him through, but I'm not gonna do it. He lied to me. Golden defense.
So, note to self: Golden holds grudges.
No, she doesn't. She isn't even thinking about talking to the guards to let Flair through. And she's
What
kind
kind of? But what kind of hero worth their salt doesn't hold a bunch of unnecessary grudges?
That's
Isn't
awful.
that what makes a hero? Unnecessary grudges.
That's true. Yep.
All right. So as you're watching him slink away, you do hear a little bit of commotion coming up from the second floor. Apparently, people are getting a little bit excited.
Oh fuck, Sam. That's how
Do what?
I said, oh fuck, is Sam here?
I don't know.
Oh fuck, Sam's here. That kind of that.
Wah wah.
God damn it! Another day that Golden gonna get overshadowed.
Oh, you got overshadowed by the blue guy you're standing next to. Which, by the way, you have been getting basically glances and stares. I mean, it's fairly obvious. People murmuring about the guy who took down the ice monster yesterday, and possibly the golden robot. Though they seem to be noting the lion a lot more. Everyone's just quiet.
Chirp.
Well, I'm not even there. I can't do anything. I'm looking at kiosks and trying to figure out where everybody went.
Yeah, you came down to the first floor. Go ahead and roll a into.
Hey, that's what I'm good at, so...
+1 since you're looking for a glowing blue man. Well, I mean +1 to your column shift, so...
God, I am not doing great on the dice, though. That's a 27, Saturday. But I am on 27 on the fantastic column makes it.
Fantastic column.
Because I have amazing intuition, because it's one of my best stats. So if I shift one up, I'm in the fantastic column, right?
That would be monstrous. So.
Wait,
yeah,
but I have amazing intuition, so wouldn't I go to fantastic, not monstrous?
I don't see fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic's not one.
Oh, I'm using the wrong chart then. I'm looking at my own copy of the chart, and it's not the right one. Could somebody send me their copy of the chart?
It's in the Google Drive. It's like the Amazing Player's Handbook, the very last one.
Like very last page, literally.
Oh, in the Amazing Player's Handbook. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway,
And fantastic was before the rework.
Whoops. So that's okay, because when I rolled the first time, I thought I'd failed, and you all said that I had succeeded, and I was looking at my table, so that's why I misunderstood, because my table said I had failed.
Okay. Now we understand at least. But yeah, you managed to see through the crowd that's kind of starting to surround the glowing blue man with the sword on his back, standing next to a golden robot with a golden lion kind of just laid across her feet as he's been standing there for a while.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of making myself a copy of the sheet. I think I'm gonna print it just so I have it in front of me. It's just handy. All right. So yeah, once I find the group, I'm gonna approach Sure Shock again. I'm gonna be like, hey.
Hey, how's it going, mate? This is the new guy.
I found that guy you talked about, but he lost your card.
Oh, that's not good. But he was gonna call me, though. That's important. He was gonna call me.
Yeah, he seemed really distraught to have lost it, honestly.
I'll have to go pay him a visit. But first, I'd like you to meet the founder of our team, Miss Golden Whirlwind, and her sister, Nora.
All right, so Caledon is going to light up instantly when they see Golden Whirlwind, and they're going to be like, are you a robot?
Literally looks like a robot. Are you a robot?
Well, they might be wearing a really fancy suit, so I'm asking.
No, I'm a gnome. Of course I'm a robot.
Caledon is going to, like, put his hand out to shake and be like, oh, this is really incredible. I've never met a robot before. I'm going to start asking a bunch of random inane questions about how it is to be a robot as compared to being a person.
Wow.
Answering questions, she, quickly glances and is like, I am 99.952111. She just goes through random numbers. % sure that my existence was all over the news. How is my existence shocking?
No, I obviously knew that robots, that there were people like you out there. I just never met one in person. It's really cool to meet you.
She's not used to flattery. She's not sure what to say.
Caledon likes meeting new people with interesting lives, and you definitely qualify, so he's excited.
I have not lived a very long life, but thank you.
Caledon, go ahead and roll a for me real quick.
Reason? Oh, I'm terrible at that. That is my worst skill set. That's
69.
Yeah, the sex
So
number.
automatically to 69.
And that'll be on typical.
All right, that's a good.
Hey, it still succeeds.
You kind of vaguely remember when the golden robot had mentioned that he had been in the news. You kind of remember that there's a golden robot that's supposed to represent the Society for Powered People, or people with powers. I'm sorry.
That only is gonna double up on how excited I am to meet Golden, if that's the case. This is the fucking best day, like my first day of superheroing, and I'm already meeting cool people who have important jobs. So this is basically the best it could be.
She just like quietly, like quickly leans over to Shurshock and is like, "At least somebody find more interesting than Mr. Placebo Man." She says like really deadpan. She doesn't like Placebo Man.
Yes, well, I guess people with real talent for understanding real heroes versus fake ones. Anyway, my new friend here has already shown himself competent. I'm gonna go talk to Monsieur
I
Crazy
found
Man.
one old man. My incredible powers know no limit. I
Why
found an
don't
old
you
dude.
go help out our other member with his situation?
Hey, you're more useful than Danny was. In 8 hours of session, you've done more than he did.
And then I'm going to go to the man and just kind of casually go up and ask him, has anyone else decided to join our cause group?
Oh, you went up to the second floor?
Yeah, on the second floor. Talk to Crazy
Alright.
Man.
Jeff did. She realizes she has enough power to be like, oh shit, I could actually let him in. Or just is like, yeah, he's with the society. Let Danny.
Why didn't you let me in then? I had to bolt my way through the guards. I literally came on the same vehicles you did.
Well, no, I didn't realize until you pointed it out that I could actually do something.
I like it feels right now like there's like the two younger members of the team, and then there are the two older members of the team, and the two older members have this bitter rivalry going on.
When last session, it was pretty much that Danny was the child, Nora had to take care of him because he was a lost cub who couldn't do anything right, and the breadwinners were myself and Shurshock.
Well,
With the golden robot setting fire to the hallway.
Yeah.
And Shurshock.
Louis isn't a kid. He's he could have just gotten out of a 3-year degree in college from his age, but like he's still not that worldly. He's lived in a suburb, and then he lived in Boston, and that's about it. And he kind of was sheltered. So
In my head, Shurshock is a middle-aged man, and then, despite being like actually 7, like she has the maturity of middle-aged.
to be clear, Shurshock, I was imagining Shurshock as every hard-boiled detective, but with like a touch of supernatural shit going on.
I'd say basically, I think what would that be, like 45? He's actually much older because he's not human. But I guess you could say he's going for the hard-boiled detective. So would that be 45? I can choose.
Also,
Yeah.
I've been assuming that Shurshock is in a costume, like Caladon has been, or that he's like his powers do that. If he tells him he's an alien, then Caladon is gonna flip out.
Technically, actually, yes, technically. Give me a second. I'll tell you exactly what species.
I mean, he's meaning in character, Paladin.
I mean, out of character, I sort of assumed you were an alien because one of your contacts is a watcher, so I had to assume you had some extraterrestrial stuff going on. But Caladon is just sort of assuming everyone is human until proven otherwise.
Oh, do I need to like roll something to persuade the guards to let Danny through?
Yes, go ahead and roll a reasoning with +2 column shift.
The +2 comm ship for I sign your paychecks.
Wow.
Oh dang!
Oh, that right. I don't even need to look. That's guaranteed red. That's absolutely.
Yeah.
They start kicking my feet.
They're terrified.
As you walk up to them, they kind of already know that you're about to ask something, so they kind of get themselves braced. Go ahead. What are you gonna ask?
She points out Danny and also, points out Danny. It's like, that one, Danny, is with the society. I believe he has waited long enough. I have let him wait long enough. I would request that for the society's sake, you would let him through.
So...
They're seriously gonna beat my red?
So as you're pointing out Danny, Sam was standing in line next to Danny, and as you're pointing out Danny, telling the guards to let him in because he's part of the society for people with powers, Sam's jaw just drops.
We'll have to talk when we get inside. Oh man, I don't even know what to say. Oh my god.
Say Golden Robot to say, hey, he's with me. Wait, what, buddy? Buddy.
The floating
You're walking on walls now. You're friends with the robots. We need to do.
So, Sam actually knows about the society for people with powers, but he wasn't expecting his best friend, who he didn't really know had the power, like he kind of suspected but didn't know have powers, actually be part of that. But yeah, so one of the guards quickly runs over to go get Danny once again. Same guard who walked to the back of the line, kind of, you can see fucking sweat down the back of his neck as he's worried about his job now.
Sorry. He says sorry, sir, as he goes to get him.
Yeah, he's just apologizing profusely as he's walking you back to the front of the line. People kind of murmuring about, some people just being upset that you're getting cut in front of them. Other people are like, oh, he's with the people who fought the giant ice monster.
Oh shit.
Question is,
Spoiler alert, there's a giant ice monster now.
the real question is, are William or Edward in either line?
You don't see either of them at the moment.
Aw, sad face emoji.
Can I bring Simon with me? I'll ask the guard. Can I bring my friend with me?
Well, Simon was already at the front of the line. They're not having to fill out as much paperwork or anything, so...
Okay. So we'll meet up.
Are you going to ask the guard still?
No, because if he's at the front, then I'll just wait for him.
Yeah, because the whole reason you got walked back is because you were at the front of the line. You just started walking up a wall kind of just in a daze.
Yeah, oh, that's not good. Oh, well, I guess the secret's out now. That sucks.
Yeah, let's see how long it takes your parents to find out. Yeah!
Oh, no, we can't. We can't.
I'm the one that has the lovely Polaroid in my pocket.
At least I don't live with my parents anymore. If they find out, they'll just be disappointed in me from a distance. Like if you just find out, you have to go home.
Live in the lab with me. Let's go.
Nora her cub, and now she's gone over to nuzzle against him.
Aw, thanks, Nora.
Somebody understands
I look at him as like, so you have powers. Couldn't have guessed.
No,
I know, it was quite the shocking knowledge for me myself to find out.
This is our new band. I'll be right back to talk to the new guy. Me, talk crazy guy now. Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, it's good to meet you.
Hi. So just forget everything you saw, and
I have an impeccable memory. I can quite promise I will not be forgetting that information.
Yeah.
Sorry, it wasn't a secret for me either. And with that, I'm gonna flash my eyes, sort of glowing. It's like I can see more than the human eye normally could. One of my talents.
Golden is just like, I also took an impeccable photo. I am debating if I show this to art museums. It is true that a work of art. Much money for this.
Give it to the local paper. Here, exposed. The first article
no.
as a member of the press
Mask
is
is
I am a
fine.
superhero.
Golden's social awareness is very worry.
I'll be right back.
Fucking 99 though. That was
So he'll go over to Caledon and be like, "Wait, you are mutant too?"
no.
I mean,
How
you're
could you
mutant?
have guessed?
I'm gonna quickly use power detection on him and try to figure out if he's a mutant as he's asking that.
I mean, go ahead, roll.
I figure that figuring out the type of power, like not his
Oh, yeah.
specific power, but like what
Are you
category
just
he's
trying
in.
to
is-
see if he's mutant or not?
I know he has powers, but I want to see if they are from like mutation. So what would that be to roll?
Just go ahead and just roll on your actual power.
All right, that's excellent. And let's see,
Excellent.
it's not the best category, but I've got a decent shot.
You know, you wouldn't think my fire generation in my world wouldn't be excellent and incredible, effectively.
Oh, you got fire generation too.
After my my showing last week, you wouldn't think I had good stats in either.
All right, so
That's
that
green
is
on
a
excellent.
green. All right, so you're able to discern that, of course, he has the ability to walk up walls.
Oh,
You
I
can
don't
also-
need his specific powers. I just want to know if he's a mutant or not.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know he's a mutant, but through mutation, and you know he has the ability to walk up walls. So,
Well, I saw that one. So I'm going to go, I'll be like, yes, it's good to meet a fellow mutant. We got to stick together.
Not so loud.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Golden
would
looks
you
at
guys
Danny and is like, walked on a wall. You really think you have any cover left? And then you got
Listen.
elected as a member of the society. You have literally no cover any.
If there's one place that we can, be in our own skin and act like ourselves and not hide this about ourselves, it should be here,
1
right?
second.
I mean, I'm wearing a mask. Maybe get one for yourself, too.
I am wearing.
He's wearing his ski mask.
Yeah,
All
he's
right, is it
wearing a
like,
hoodie and
okay,
ski mask.
is it the full ski mask where it's just the eyes
Yeah.
are visible, or is it the
Yeah.
classic bank robber ski mask?
It's the one where just the eyes are visible and he's got his sunglasses on.
All right, so you definitely are like doing a decent job of keeping yourself hidden.
Your
Yeah.
costume is incredibly terrible. Damn.
I didn't want to say anything, but maybe a bit of flair would help.
If you guys will excuse me, I need to talk to my friend real quick, and I'll run over to Simon, and I'll be like,
I'll
listen,
scared him
Simon,
away.
Simon, listen, Simon, I don't tell anyone.
Robot lion.
Don't
sitting next to
say
him.
anything.
I think
Yeah.
Like I can just see how you're just kind of panic telling him not to do anything.
Yeah. Look, if my mom finds out, my dad finds out, he's gonna kill me.
I'll suck you.
Would he?
Probably.
I don't
But-
think kill you as a mutant before you kill him, but
Well, then.
That's true.
Or
that's
is
true.
that just in character?
Having to
I'm
kill,
thinking
having
if
to
he is a
kill your
regular
parents.
human, you could probably take him out first.
All right. Well, Sam tells you that he's a little bit upset that you didn't tell him that you had powers,
Yeah, what a
and that you haven't been trying to go out and being a hero like Placebo Man or Sam. But he pretty much promises that he's not going to let your secret out.
Oh,
Like
thank
at school,
God.
at the school, or let your parents know.
Thank
Does-
you, Simon.
He's
Oh
a
my
good
God.
friend.
Does Golden overhear this conversation?
Probably.
They're not yelling, so you would either have to be actively listening or you would have to go over
Yeah.
there.
She's absolutely She's like, oh, no. His friend is a fan of Placebo Man. No taste.
So I'll bring Simon back over and I'll be like, okay, Simon, this is and he'll look at Golden Whirlwind.
Before you even
ahead.
introduce Golden Whirlwind, he's like just takes Golden Whirlwind in his hands and starts vigorously shaking it. He knows Golden Whirlwind. He is a very big fan of Golden Whirlwind because he represents basically people with powers and thus represents superheroes.
Yeah.
He's very excited for meeting somebody who represents basically superheroes in his eyes.
Oh, so that's your name, the Golden Whirlwind. That's okay.
I
Yeah,
have
just
myself
having learned your
3
name.
different times.
Yeah, because we didn't learn names last time. I don't. think.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We all introduced each one.
The only person who didn't introduce themselves is you, Danny.
No, he did.
Good.
He did.
Good.
He introduced himself at Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. I know what your face looks like.
right. That's right. Okay. That's right.
You
And
introduced.
so he'll turn to Caledon and be like,
Just,
"Hi, you."
I understand that you were very much attached to the line. You can remember the rest of our name.
So he'll say,
Nora
"This
just
is
like, I'm
Nora."
the best.
Yeah, he'll point to Nora and give her like a good rub down. And
Does Nora
go to
look
the-
like a real lion or like a
No.
robotic lion?
It's
Very
a
much
very robotic
robot.
lion. Like from a distance, it passes as a real lion, but like as you get closer, it's like, oh, okay, that's like pieces of metal.
Yeah, it's very clearly a robot.
Yeah,
So he'll
Caledon's,
go. Yeah.
She's still adorable.
Caledon will cautiously try to pet it.
Nora purrs.
Yeah. Nora's been laying on her Golden's feet while they were standing there. She is acting like a giant cat.
Her belly's up right now. She's acting kind of like a dog and a cat. Because that's what a lion really
So
is.
far, Golden's kind of winning the award for the person with most overtly cool stuff going on.
Yeah, until we get into combat and I literally fuck everything. Because
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So can I? Yeah, go for it.
I had to worry about killing the party last session several times.
Jeez, what are your powers?
Well,
She
I
rolled
can't
a
actually
nat 2
control
on
my fire.
and so she just made a giant amount of fire right where I was standing.
Yeah, and I rolled very poorly, so I had no control
And
of
also I
fire.
rolled bad to get energy generation, so I got some damage, but whatever, I've taken most.
And I did 20 rolls for whirlwind, to catch up to the baddie, and I failed at 15 of them.
And then I get a 90 something on jumping down the stairs and getting in front of her.
Same with Nora. Nora did really well too. And then Danny and Nora were both rolling under 10. When one of them rolled, the other rolled under a 10.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It was crazy times, but so I'll go over to the new guy and I'll be like, "Hi, I'm Danny."
Just straight up introduces yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not using any sort of alias?
I'm not really a superhero.
Well, then you're in with the wrong crowd, it looks like, and I'm just gonna kind of wave at Shershak and Golden, who are the most superhero-looking motherfuckers.
I am up the stairs about to talk to Crazy Guy. It's awesome.
I feel like I could still wave at you. You look like you'd
Yeah.
stick out, even from halfway across the convention center. I feel like I could make you out.
To be fair, yeah, but that's
That's
intentional.
right.
This is him in shock mode.
Well, yeah, the other version of you is a lot more concealed, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, anyone sticks out when they're enveloped in energy. That's just how it works.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm gonna offer that. I don't know if there are any panels I'm going to. Are there panels at this convention?
Yes, there was 2 panels that went on yesterday before the convention was shut
Well, one.
shut down for
Because the
obvious.
other one was
Well,
shut down.
yeah, the other one was shut down, and they were planning on having a few, but only one of them went through successfully. The other one kind of was interrupted.
Well, right now, Caledon's plan is basically he's saved up enough that he can buy like one thing in the whole convention center once, and then he'll be out of money probably because he's not particularly rich. And then he's probably going to attend any panels he can, especially panels that are about like the nitty gritty of how you do superheroing, or about like how to get started in the business or pitfalls people, anything like that. And I'm gonna offer to have anybody who wants to join me on that stuff because I'm trying to make friends.
Golden does not care thing.
How about Danny? You wanna?
Yeah, we can go. Yeah, let's go.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna basically between panels, I'm just gonna make a long list of items where I can only ever buy one of them because I have no money, and like I'm trying to pick which of the many things that I like to get I can even afford to get, and then
you can just hear from where like talks, like you can hear the actual song. All by myself.
Oh yeah, as Danny and
Caledon.
Yeah, Caledon start walking away. Nora gets up and starts following Danny.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh, nice.
Danny is stealing your pet lion.
No, I think at this point Nora's just more worried that her cub will accidentally kill itself.
This is true.
Why are you being so mean to Danny? What are you doing?
Because Danny almost died at his own hand. Alive.
Did Danny almost blow himself up or something?
No, he just kept tripping and he couldn't even stand on his own.
It was bad.
Every movement roll he did, like when he tried to dash, he would just trip or just not even move.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Eventually, he decided to just start walking everywhere because then he didn't have to worry about rolling agility.
And then Nora started also tripping.
This team sounds like it was having a lot of issues first session.
Everyone was doing very poorly.
I got really lucky.
Alright. So, BK, you went up to the second floor?
Yeah, to talk to the man with the craziness.
Alright, well, you approach the panel and he is currently not there.
Oh crap, he got kidnapped.
There's a sign that he it's an obvious, like, quick handwritten sign. It's like, had to find something, be back.
I take my card and I look around for like a pamphlet that hadn't been moved.
Alright,
and I slip it halfway under that pamphlet so you can blatantly see it on the table. Like, he just glanced over it by accident.
Oh, so you're making it so he thinks that he just was like, oh, it was there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a great move with this guy. He's probably going to end up accidentally giving it to somebody else.
Well, for now, it'll just be on the table. Kind of obscured a little bit, but not by much. Like,
basically, so no one else takes it just by walking by.
But it looks, yeah. And then I'm just gonna walk away into the crowd, and then go back downstairs where I think our team is. The Capes.
Capes.
Hashtag tapes.
I love us being the Capes.
So the team kind of already split up though, right? So aren't you just going downstairs to find that everybody's gone?
Well, the four of you went somewhere. Probably towards the campus.
Well, I was saying we should just
least,
go drops until the panel opens up.
Golden didn't care to follow.
Fair enough. So
Golden is just standing at the doorway still. Unless Golden decides to do something else.
No, she's just sitting. Just watching.
Okay. So I was watching Nora walk away.
Golden is.
So she's sitting there, and literally from like her voice box, you can just hear the all by myself.
I walk up like, just kind of look at her like, what happened to everyone else?
They all abandoned me.
Okay, fair enough. You know which direction they went in?
Yes, I know the exact directions.
Okay, well, first off, I'm thinking we should probably go to these informational panels.
Maybe
you can taunt
that's
Police
an idea.
Placebo Man while you're there.
I can what?
Taunt
Fed.
Placebo Man while you're there.
Can what?
Taunt.
Taunt. I would more prefer to.
So he's literally like, you can be a heckler. That's the plan. Let's go heckle Placebo Man.
I support rude.
Okay.
No hospitality. That.
But first, we should probably look around. There's one thing in particular I need to find.
All right, so let's
I'm
see.
gonna head to the food court.
Okay, you're heading up to the food
Which
court for that.
Golden
Okay.
hopefully with me.
Yeah. She will.
All right, and for Caladon and for Flair, well, Danny, you two are just looking around at shops, writing down a list of things that Caladon
I don't know about
wants to
Danny.
buy.
Well, Danny
yeah.
can make his own stuff.
Yeah. No. He's looking for a costume. He's looking for somebody who can make a costume, like the one that
Who's
you know,
not.
the one that's pictured.
But
So-
not at an exorbitant rate.
Yeah. No, there is. Yesterday, which last session, there were like a lot of people with very expensive costume makers were here. So hopefully the prices have gone down.
Hopefully.
Like you're gonna look for stuff that's on clearance because it got stomped on by a giant ice lady.
Shoot, yeah, I'll
The rack
take
gets
it.
pushed over. Everything 50% off.
Nice. Yeah.
There may be some ice spike holes in this shirt, but it's still perfectly good.
Let's see if I can
Well-
find any deals.
There was one display, like there's one area that had been shut off just because it was, well, crushed under a giant icy foot.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't seem like it was just completely quarantined off from people being able to go over to that area. As for you, Danny, you see all the same people who had made costumes yesterday, like the costume makers and people who are selling prefabricated costumes. Their prices haven't really gone down. If anything, they may have went up a little bit because there's more people for them to sell to. So there are a few more shops that have opened up since yesterday.
Okay, so I guess as we're making our way, we'll make our way towards those new the new shops that have opened up.
All right. And for you, BK, and Golden, if Golden is tagging along.
Yes, she is.
All right. BK, you do see the shield member who, at least one of the shield members who are in uniform.
I'm gonna walk up to him and say, introduce myself, say that I have something important to show him.
He kind of lets out a groan, like he doesn't want to be here, and he basically says, okay, go ahead and go show me what you need to show me.
So I'm gonna take him to the door at the staircase.
All right.
And I'm gonna attempt to open it.
How do you feel like opening the door? Do you want to kick the door? Do you want to try to slice the door? Do you want to disintegrate the door?
Take the handle, turn it slightly, and then
What are you talking about? You should kick it and then slice it.
First, start turning the handle, then disintegrate the door.
open it,
Make sure
and
by the
then
way,
attempt to
door
destroy
was
the door.
The door was unlocked, and I tried to cut it open with my scythe, and then I tried to kick it, and then we discovered.
Yeah, it was a push door that they tried to kick open that was unlocked at the time. because the the person that they were chasing just ran through it.
But is it locked?
I mean,
Look, the door is locked.
I go to the shield guy and say, behind this door, there is a basement. In that basement, there is a vault. Within that vault lies a door made of a banned substance.
Do you know it's banned?
I would know it's extremely hard to get anywhere, let alone planet Earth, and that it's something that like only the hardest military units would use.
what's the stuff?
I don't know the name of it, but vibranium.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, this is a material that Asgard knows about and is like, that stuff's a little strong.
Fucking Red Skull.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, this is a material that has some weight.
Alright, he gives you a bit of a concerned look as you mention that there's a banned substance. Like, do you have any proof of it?
Currently, all we have is the surveillance footage on my friend, and I point at the golden whirlwind.
What about what?
You'll need to play back the tape of the first session.
Specifically inside of the vault when the door came down, and we analyzed the material.
1 second.
She.
Dr. Moto did not install active cameras. They're only photographic cameras.
Yeah, but we explicitly told her to take a picture of the door.
Yes, I did
Oh wait,
take.
Danny's phone.
Sure.
Yeah, that was Danny that took the picture.
So,
No, I did too, though. We
yeah,
both.
we
did you?
both did. They both did.
Yeah, they both photo. We both took photos.
All to see how that photo was developed.
Took several photos, but okay. I'll just roll until one actually turned out well.
The first one turned out really well.
Danny's photo is pretty good.
I took a bunch of photos.
So 42. You can kind of see the door. Actually, what are we running this against?
I'm gonna be running it against a.
Excellent or above the 42 would be green.
In this universe, all smartphones are produced by Xerox.
Oh yeah, he has my number.
Alright, good.
Everyone has a Xerox brand smartphone they're taking their pictures on.
Yeah, because
That was a...
he would probably also have Golden's number, and Golden has a smartphone.
So, Golden, I'll go ahead and give you 2 more rolls. If you want to go ahead and roll them for your pictures.
Okay. Click. Type. Okay.
50, that would be well above a goal, like a good. 64 would put her anything but shift 0, which would be green.
Yeah.
Alright, so. Blah. So, Sherlock Holmes, your phone gives. Your phone doesn't vibrate.
Okay, I look
Because-
at my phone.
Yeah. Yep, you do not have any signal in here.
Yep. But we still have the 3 pictures from Golden,
Yeah.
which hopefully, unless her picture taking is shift 0, she has green.
Yeah.
Alright, so. You managed to take 3 good, quote unquote, good photos. One of them is just blurry as fuck because you were trying to turn around to get a picture of the door. The other 2 came out pretty decently. One of them does so pretty well. The shutter door that was made out of a black metallic substance.
Okay.
And the other one also came out pretty decently, though it was just mostly of the disintegrated door. Like the disintegrated vault door.
Yeah.
I tell the agent that the walls were also made of a similar material under the concrete.
Alright, so the SHIELD agent taking the Polaroid photos looks at them. He kind of just hands you back the blurry one.
Yep.
And he looks at the other two. It's like, he said this is behind this door here.
Yes, behind this door downstairs, behind a pretty damaged vault door, and then there's a room that has this panel door that only closes if one of the people that does not like gets in. I'm more worried about the walls themselves. If someone closed the door on this place, not even a powered individual could get out.
I'm gonna have to go talk to the other agent real quick, see what we should do about this.
Very well. Please do so. I wish you the best of luck with the other agent. Also, one quick thing. Have you noticed your communications with home? Are they being edited and changed at all? Like, can you radio in to main office?
He looks a little bit confused. He pulls out his communication device. He's like, I'm not seeing any I'm not seeing any issues. I still have a full signal.
Okay, so it's only standard cell signals that are being blocked by this stuff. Interesting. Military transmissions are not. Well, thank you very much for your help, sir. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Alright. And I'll try to make sure you at least get some information about what is going to happen. He says as he starts walking back towards the elevator.
Oh, and one final thing. If a very tall man talks to you, make sure your partner is standing near you.
The SHIELD agent looks a little bit confused about the vague warning.
We saw him, and he might be one of either behind or helping the person who is behind this. And he might try to stop you from letting this information out. So if he asks you to go someplace with him by yourself, maybe don't.
He nods as you give him the warning and goes back to walking towards the elevator. It's not that far away, so he's just mostly just waiting in line for it to go back up because it requires a certain amount of people on both ends.
Look over Gold. Well, we've done our part. We've each contacted our respective armies. We'll see if they show up before the explosion.
Assuming explosions.
Well, explosion or sealing door and having mutant Hunger Games. One of the two.
No.
I'm kind of hoping for the latter one because I really want mutant Hunger Games.
I don't.
I mean, the top floor is literally just mutant Hunger Games.
Wait, really? They're just fighting?
Oh, you haven't seen the Thunderdome yet. You haven't seen the Thunderdome.
Yo, I didn't sign in for a Thunderdome. I came here to like make friends and
said
solidarity.
You wanted to spar. We're gonna go to the Thunderdome to spar.
Yeah, but I meant like friendly sparring,
yeah,
not Thunderdome sparring.
But it's just a giant room with walls that basically cannot be destroyed by anything.
That's a theory to test.
This guy was throwing literal explosions at them, and it was just leaving a small little bit of black ash.
The question is just how big the explosion is. Nothing's indestructible if you have a big enough bomb.
I'm pretty sure there's also vibranium in these panels.
Still, I'm sure the vibranium has a limit.
Let's get one punch man and find out.
Just gotta hit the thing hard enough.
Anyway, back to the...
My character...
How long until the first
Caledon is
panel?
not that well versed in stuff.
And what were you saying, PK?
How long until the first panel today?
The first panel was originally scheduled to be at 8 o'clock, but seeing as the convention did not open up until almost 10, it had been the convention is planned to be open a lot longer today, and the first panel is planned to be at 2. So basically when the original second panel was going to be.
And the current time is?
At this point, it would be about 12:30ish.
We have an hour and a half to get to the panel. Look over at Golden. Look over at myself. Is there... Actually, Golden, as a tech whiz yourself, What do you think of this thing on my wrist? And I show her the Pip-Boy.
What do I think about the thing?
Roll a reasoning.
Survey says...
Oh,
Manufacturing on this could be better. The one you had before was of a much better, much better quality.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
Goldie,
unfortunately,
you
the one I had before met an ice queen. So...
Yeah, basically, not BK, Golden, you pretty much assume this thing is actually just a fake compared to the other one, even though you never really got to see the other one that much.
It looks very...
Well, whatever. If I get the other one...